Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Thank y'all for being here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Who am I this morning, y'all? Who am I? Who am I? Y'all guess. Who am I, y'all, on Mental Monday? Who am I, y'all? Who am I on Mental Monday? Who am I on Mental Monday? Who am I, y'all? Who am I? Block them. They're not supposed to be here. How did you get in here? I don't ever talk about you. Okay. Yeah, I don't ever talk about you. This is about love and marriage Huntsville. Let me get into my show. Oh my God. Let's get into this damn show, child. Listen. I had to do that, y'all. I had to do that. I was feeling a little, say, girl, you crazy. I was feeling a little petty this morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Who is this, y'all? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this on Carlos King reality TV? Who is this, y'all? Who is this on Reality with the King? Hi, I'm from Basma. I am from Basma. Yeah. I was like, when she started talking proper. Yes, I am from Basma. I am from Basma, and I have a food truck. Yeah. I got potatoes. Yeah, I got scrimp potatoes, shashi potatoes. Okay. Who is this, y'all? I said, what is this shit around her neck? Up there on Carlos King reality with the King. I said, what's all this shit? She's sitting up there on the show like this. I said, what the fuck is this? Anyway. I don't know why I woke up so damn petty. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's get into the show. Let me go back and speak. Let's go speak to everyone. All right, Shirley Terry, good morning. Good morning. Sweet Essence, good morning. Rose Armstead, Mama, good morning. All right. Somebody say I'm on the floor. Girl, me too. I'm about to get down there with you. Move over. Let me get down there on the floor with you, okay? Rose Armstead in the building. She had me crying. All right. Miss Pruitt is here. Miss Giles is here. Good morning, Miss Morning. Good morning, Miss Giles. Erica Butler, good morning. Sheila Washington, good morning. Kim Swinson, good morning. True TV Podcast, that's my mind. Good morning. Cassandra D, good morning. Carla Burrell, good morning. Dolores Campbell, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Leslie Salmon, good morning. Erica Rogers, good morning. Devoria Banks, good morning. Sylvia Blow, good morning. Good morning, Playtime. Good morning. That's a new name, Playtime. Do I remember that name? Good morning, Playtime. Reba 0616, good morning. Sunny Days, what up? Deborah Johnson, good morning. Cheryl Hall, good morning. Good morning. Cheryl Williams, good morning. Erica Butler, good morning. Purple Unicorn, that's a content creator. You guys check her out, all right? Cheryl Williams, again, Living with Purpose, good morning. Nene Love, good morning. Charlene, good morning. Shirley Terry, good morning. Alicia Murray, good morning. Says, stop it. Classy type lady, good morning. No filter fine. Hey, you better let them know. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Gail West, good morning. Evelyn, good morning. Shonda Allen, good morning. Good morning. Gloria Thompson, good morning. Sunny Days, said, Lord, is destiny. Delilah T, good morning. Who else we got? Felicia, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Daisy Lewis, good morning. You're crazy. Tam C, good morning. Living with Purpose, good morning. Brown Eyes, good morning. Delilah T, good morning again. Darlene Mungum, good morning. Deborah Porter, good morning. Who else we got, child? Kim Jones, I see you. Everybody speaking to everybody. Darlene Mungum, I think I said. Alicia Murray, good morning. Miss Honeybee, good morning. Miss Honeybee, good morning. Lies More Lies, good morning. Zamora Miller, good morning. Good morning. Ashanti. Okay. Oh, baby. Good morning, Ashanti Adams. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it for now. Yes, honey. Good morning. Good morning. So I had to do a little prop for y'all. Just want a little improv, child. I said I'm feeling a little silly, but we're gonna get on into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right. A little Halloween wig. Y'all had to pull out the Halloween wig. I had to pull out the Halloween wig on y'all ass this morning. Y'all like, who the fuck is that, Caramel? Caramel, where you at, girl? Messy Monday, girl. Mental Monday. I'm like, what is wrong with this child? The medication only works when you take it. Okay. All right, let's get into it, child. Let's get started. All right, one of my favorite people, honey. We're gonna start it out with me is Jasmine Crockett, because I like her. Okay. Jasmine Crockett is gonna always let the people know what it is. All right. Let me wet my whistle, child. All right, let's get into the show. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. All right. Ooh, let's get in. Oh shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm over here like, oh yeah, the show is so good. Y'all can't even see it. Look at me, child. I might need to take my did I take my medication this morning? Let me stop for people like, oh, she's on medication. Bitch, no, we don't take no medication. We take our vitamins and our B12. Okay. Don't even let me put that in the atmosphere because motherfuckers be going on loud. Yeah, she's on medication. I knew it. No. All right, here we go. My bad. All right, so Representative Jasmine Crockett asked a witness to play a game called Trump or Trans, says that during a hearing highlighted how the administration has focused more on trans individuals instead of possible major issues caused by Trump. All right, let's get into it.
So, Miss Graves, I want to play a game. It's called Trump or Trans. You ready? So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me whether or not it is Trump or trans people that are responsible. You understand?
Got it.
Okay, very good. The first one, gutted medical research.
Trump.
Kidnapping Americans and sending them to foreign countries, a.k.a. deporting them.
Trump.
Driving us into a recession.
Trump.
Increasing the cost of everything.
Trump.
Waging an idiotic tariff war.
Trump.
Harming farmers.
Trump.
Ignoring the Constitution.
Trump.
Proposing to take away Social Security.
Trump.
Cutting health care.
Trump.
Firing government workers who keep our country safe.
Trump.
Encouraging an environment of hate and divisiveness.
Trump.
Thank you so much. This committee could be engaged in actual oversight of fraud, waste, abuse, and mismanagement. So let's talk about waste. Like Trump's plan to spend almost $100 million for his little birthday parade, or how he spent 25% of his first 100 days golfing, costing taxpayers tens of millions of dollars. In fact, it's a little bit over 30 million at our last estimation. In fact, President Trump is on pace to spend more than $1 billion of taxpayer dollars just on golfing. Yet the Republicans have been silent. So they must think spending taxpayer dollars on the president's golfing trips is more important than providing health care to their constituents. And when I talk about constituents, we're going to talk about the ones on this committee. So, Miss Graves, I want to play a game. It's called Trump or Trans.
Y'all hear that? Over $1 billion is being used for Trump to go play golf. And we got people without health care, people that are homeless, people that are losing their jobs. Very, very important places that money should be going. It's not going, but they think that going to his golfing leisure activities is more important than that. Okay, no one should be without health care. I'm gonna say it again. No one should be without health care. And the fact that he was trying to get rid of Obamacare, which is something that was made affordable to those who could not afford health care, is very diabolical, because in this day and age, 2025, it is unheard of to be without health care. You never know when you're going to get into a situation to where you're going to need some type of medical attention. Okay, dental. You're gonna need dental, vision. All right, you just never know. The older you get, you may need glasses, so you're gonna need some vision. Dental care. You're supposed to get your teeth cleaned at least twice a year. Okay, if you got good insurance, like myself, you get 2 free cleanings a year. All right, 2 free cleanings a year. If you got medical, women, you got to get your things done. You know, your mammograms. Okay, you got to get up there and put them feet in the stirrups once a year, so your doctor can check you out. All the things that you're supposed to get every year. Men, go get your prostate checked. All right, you need medical for that, so that you don't have to pay out these outrageous prices out of your pocket. So it's very essential and important to get those things done. But Trump is making it very difficult for the American people, for all people to be exact. Now he's targeting trans and saying that they can't go into the military. Why the fuck not? If they want to fight, let them go, because I'm not. Yeah, I'm not fighting in no war. I'll fight in my house. I ain't fighting in no war. Come to my house and find out. You would think it's a war in this bitch. But I'm not going on the front line. I'm not suiting up and going on the front line to fight for a motherfucker I don't care for. I mean, I love my country, but him, no. I'm not fighting. So if the trans want to fight, child, let them put on their wig and go windmill. Fucking why would you stop them? This is crazy. This is crazy. All right. In the words of Lauryn Hill, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, so let's get into it. We're still in politics. Yes, honey, this is crazy. Y'all let them put their heels on and their wig, they lace front, and go fight. Shit, I ain't doing it. Fuck out of here. All right, so the Supreme Court has ruled that Donald Trump can move forward with banning transgender people from serving in the military for now. Why? Of all the things you could be focusing on, once again, here he go with some more bullshit. Shout out Spiritual World. Say yes, man. Yes, honey. Get your prostate checked. Get your prostate checked. Get checked. I know a lot of men don't like to do it because of the method and how they do it, but it's important. It will save your life. All right. A hand up the ass is years on your life. Okay. People say it that way. A hand up your ass is putting years on your life. I know you don't want it. It's gonna be painful shit. Women got to go through painful shit too. Mammograms, that shit hurt when they smushing your damn breast down like a panini in that bitch. Got to get it done though. Okay, women. Get up there and put them feet in the stirrups and let the doctor dig in there, honey. Make sure ain't nothing up in there. There shouldn't be in there. That shit hurt when they scrape it. But it's going to save your life. Again, a hand up the ass puts years on your life, okay? Only in the doctor's office, though. If you're getting it done somewhere else, I can't help you. If you're getting that type of action going on somewhere else, probably not so much. I don't know what they're digging in and looking in there for, okay? And leave a fingernail up in there, some shit. But go down there to the doctor and let them do it. And that puts some years on your life. All right. Promise you. Let's get into this. I see y'all co-signing. Yes, baby. Yes, God. Hand, finger, whatever, child. They said not a hand, it's a finger. Y'all feel me, child? Some of them doctors get a little excited, child. They got to stick a hand up in there. I don't know shit. Okay. Come out there, bitch, fully dilated. Okay. 10 centimeters dilated up the ass. So let's go. All right. So the U.S. Supreme Court allowed the Trump administration to implement a ban on transgender military service members, lifting a lower court injunction. So the decision, which lacked detailed explanation, permits the military to discharge transgender service members and halt the enlistment while litigation continues in the Ninth Circuit. Child. All right. Hold on. All right, so Justice, Kagan and Jackson dissented. It said that the Trump administration argues the ban is a medical exclusion for military readiness, though federal judges found little evidence supporting claims of unit cohesion or what is that? Lethality, issues. Advocacy groups estimates 15,000 transgender troops serve, far exceeding the Pentagon's 4,200 with gender dysmorphia diagnosis. Transgender service members and advocates, including Lambda Legal and Human Rights Campaign Foundation, condemned the ruling as discriminatory, vowing to continue legal challenges, asserting the ban violates equal protection. What y'all laughing at? Child. We'll go to the doctor, child. Let the doctor go in there like that. bend over, cough, and you look up in 50 years on your life. You're like, oh, Lord, I didn't know I could live this long. Okay. Your ass will be sore, but you'll be still alive. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? That the Supreme Court is trying to rule, or has ruled rather, that Donald Trump can move forward with banning transgender people from serving in the military for now. So it might be something to change later on. But like I said, anyone who wants to join the military, if you're healthy enough to do so, if you qualify to do so, I think you should. I don't think the fact that you decide whatever sexuality you decide to claim, I don't think that should be a deciding factor in if you could serve the country. I just don't think so, because I mean, hell, I'd rather that happen versus people being made to go and fight. Y'all know at one point they were saying, hey, if you have a son or whatever, they're going to be made to go fight. Hell no. If a transgender person want to go, if LaQuisha want to go in the fucking military and fight, baby, let her fight, because they can fight. Y'all know transgender people can fight. Did y'all know that? Run up on one of them and find out. Baby, they tell you whole damn eyebrow off. Okay? Those are the ones you want to fight. Fuck you, Trump. Okay? No more war after that. Okay? Period. War over. You see that? They're going to start the war like that. Okay? Everybody going home. Ain't shit else to do now. They cleared out the whole military army. Okay? Bitch, yeah, they hit you with this shit right here. Okay, this the transgender, when they hit you with this shit right here, when they go across your damn forehead with this part right here, their hand. Ain't no more war. This shit right here, right across here. The inside of your hand and that wrist part. Bitch, when they hit you with that. See that? Woo-wee. Get into it. Get into it. That's all I can say. Trump, why would you want them to fight? They're going to save your life out here. Shit. You over here fucking with Japan? You out here fucking with Japan? Do you know how many trannies right here in Atlanta that can shut that shit down? For real. Do you know how many trannies downtown Atlanta got their heels and lace fronts on and they little fake ass bag ready to rumble? Bonquisha and LaQuisha and now. Shit. Where the war at? That's them, child. Where the war at? Bitch, we'll fuck it up. Where the war at? Who want to fight? Fuck out of here. You know they be so extra with they shit. Where the war at? Okay, that's the warning right there. When you see that shit there, that's the warning. When you see that shit go up, you better abort mission, because they about to tear your whole damn forehead off. You be sitting at home like, shit, I didn't know it was that serious. My God. Fucking migraine for a week with this shit here. Right here. Okay. Trump, you better get your shit together now. You better let them go fight. They don't come knocking over here talking about, Caramel, we have a list here that says you're supposed to go and fight. I'm going to say, you want to start right here? Now you want to start here at the house? Because, bitch, we ain't going on the front line. We start here fighting at the house. Okay? I'm going to clear this shit up right now. Now, you came to my damn door. What we won't be doing is on the front line, but we can settle this shit right here. Get it. Ooh, let a bitch know. All right, let's move on. Hoes be trying it, boy. The hoes will try you. Not today, Satan. Okay, that's how you gotta tell them, girl. Not today, Satan. You gotta say it with your hands so they know you mean that shit. Not today, Satan. Okay. Let a bitch know. Walk up. All right, so let's get into the next topic. All right. Bitches on ready, okay? Yes, child. Let them put their red bottoms on and fight. The fuck? Child. I ain't doing it. I ain't scuffing up my Jordans on them hoes over there. Hell no. I ain't scuffing up my Jordans for them hoes. Let them go over there, child. All right. Question is, shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Was she wrong? Said the Frontier employee refuses to check in customer that arrived 30 minutes before his flight because he didn't pay $25 agent assist fee. Child, see, people be taking their job too serious. And I just be like, look, can you just do your fucking job? Like, for real. All this other extra stuff, it irritates me to no end. If you already running late, the last thing you want to be dealing with is somebody with a damn attitude. Like, for real. And then you wonder why violence has gone up like tariffs out this bitch. Let's get into it, child. Uh-oh. Hold up. Why is it not letting me do that? Hold on. All right, let's see. Is it not sharing? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me refresh. Hold on. Y'all see me doing all this damn clicking and the shit won't let me do it. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, let's start it over. My bad. All right, here we go.
Like you did, and you think you're gonna check me in? I bet you we won't. Okay.
I paid for a ticket.
And you didn't pay $25 for agent assist fee, and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just said that I.
Get on your flight.
I just said that I would pay the $25.
And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, and they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your flight.
Because it's a policy. We don't control that.
And you will never fly.
You were about to let me check in. You were about to let me check in, and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane ticket for. I'm here 30 minutes before the flight.
Can you please leave, sir?
No.
Can you please leave my personal space?
And just lost 30 minutes standing here arguing with their ratchet ass. Like, damn.
I'm not in your personal space. This is not your personal space.
This is my stationary.
This is not your personal space. You work for a company. This is not your personal space.
We ain't gotta worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. You're literally not doing your job for a customer that has paid for a plane ticket to get home.
I told you to stop putting the camera on me, sir.
I'm literally here at Frontier. I bought a ticket and they are not letting me check in.
So go to the next line. Fuck out of here.
For no reason whatsoever.
Well, you said you're never flying the airline again, so we might as well help you out and have you not fly the airline.
I've already bought a ticket. I've literally already bought a ticket, and this is your reaction.
They made that flight.
That could have been resolved. First of all, that is very much so unprofessional. They asked us, both of them need to be fired. Okay, I don't give a damn. First of all, put your phone down, ignorant ass. See, this is how they look at us. They already perceive us as being ignorant and low class and low vibrational anyway. Okay, you have a job to check a person in. If it's too early for him to do so, then you explain that to him and not get an attitude. It's your job to do that. Okay. And I don't see that he was being rude in any way, shape, or form. He was explaining to you he bought a ticket and he's trying to get home. Yes, he's early because white people like to be early. Okay. Maybe if it was a black person who always 30 minutes late most of the time, some of us, then maybe they would have been helped. But in this situation here, whoever this lady is behind the counter, she didn't get off the phone to even acknowledge this situation and say, hey, excuse me, go ahead and check them in. I know he's a little bit early, blase, or explain to him why he cannot check in early. The fact that he's standing here in line, other people are getting helped in other lines beside him, and you guys are standing there filming him and making this a viral moment is stupid as fuck to me. That would irritate me because it's already irritating to be in the airport, having to walk from here to there, going to different checkpoints, standing in lines, because I hate standing in line anywhere. It's irritating. Why do we act like this, black people? Why do we act like this? It says that I would have ended up on their no-fly list. That's what this person is saying. Absolutely. See, this is what make you go across the counter on a bitch right here, because they act like that. That whole puff on the top of her head would have been tore off. People are so fucking ignorant sometimes. Let's move on, child. Oh, they about to make me mad, and that ain't my damn ticket. Lord have mercy. All right. Let's get on to the next topic, child. Because Lord. All right. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's share. All right. So an Atlanta native and three-time Clark Atlanta alumni is pow down inside of her dean's office in California by the college's security guard. It says that an apparent act of workplace violence. All right. Some of y'all can be violent, child, especially at work. Let's get into it, child, because the news is newsing, honey.
Security guard who police say opened fire inside Spartan College in Inglewood has now been charged with murder and attempted murder. The dean of the aviation school has died from her injuries in the attack. A receptionist is still recovering.
Mary Beth McDade is live in Inglewood with more on how the 35-year-old dean is being remembered tonight. MB?
Yes, and Mike and Cher, she is being remembered by her family and friends tonight as compassionate, loving, and fiercely loyal. Now, as for her alleged killer, well, he remains behind bars, and his bail has been increased from $1 to $5 million today. The family of a dean of Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood broke the heartbreaking news Tuesday that Dr. Kamisha Clark died Monday. Her death, the result of being gunned down, officials say, by a coworker last Friday. Inglewood's mayor expressed his sympathies to her family and friends.
Hearts go out to the family, and this should never have happened. And it's a terrible instance of workplace violence.
Campus security guard 40-year-old Jesse Figueroa of Monterey Park is accused of shooting and killing 35-year-old Clark and injuring her assistant inside a school office.
We did a lockdown of the campus, room-to-room search, discovered there are no more victims and that he had fled. We arrested him about 2 hours and 40 minutes later in Koreatown.
Figueroa has now been charged with murder, attempted murder, and a felon with prior convictions in possession of a firearm, among other charges. The mayor says Figueroa had only worked at the college for 2 months.
It's a tragedy for the school, for the family, two wonderful people so viciously harmed. And, our hearts go out to the families.
Clark's family says they are beyond devastated. They say she was living her best life, doing the work she loved. Clark grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, where she received 3 degrees at Clark Atlanta University, a bachelor's, master's, and an educational doctorate. Her family says they are committed to seeking justice on her behalf. And now Figueroa was supposed to be arraigned today, but it has been pushed back until May 29th. Now, as for the other victim, she is said to be in stable condition. For now, reporting live here in Inglewood, Mary Beth McDade. We'll send it back to you guys in this studio.
Mary Beth, thank you.
Former security guard who police say opened fire inside Spartan College in Inglewood.
All right, so what do you guys think about that? This is so senseless. This is so senseless and very heartbreaking. A black woman, educated black woman, okay, obviously was about her business. And this particular individual decided he was going to take her life one day. All right. So the woman who was just recently promoted to dean of Spartan College, okay, was unalived inside her office by the school security guard in what the college is describing as workplace violence. Okay. Yeah. Security guard, somebody who they paid to secure the perimeter, went in and committed the same crime that he was supposed to be protecting the people from. Crazy. That's why you got to keep your eyes on everybody. Trust no one. Even the people that you work with can be crazy. All right. You never know. The person sitting beside you at work could be the craziest motherfucker on earth. And I got to say it that way. You just never know. I put nothing past nobody. I'm high and by. High and buy. Okay, that's all I can give you until I can figure you out. Because bitch, if you snap off in here, whoo, okay. Furniture moving, flower singing. So slow singing and flower bringing, as they call it. It's crazy people everywhere. Okay, pumping gas. We keep talking about it, honey. Be aware, stay woke, as they call it. Pumping gas, put that phone down, stop texting, get off social media, focus, look around. You never know who's gonna run up on you. You never know. Danger is everywhere, honey. People get to fighting and you catch a stray. You better, okay? Supermarket, don't be distracted on the phone, honey. Focus on, I'm watching. You'll never be able to run up on me and I don't see you. Okay, never. If I would get on the phone, I get in the phone on my car. Somebody call me, hey, let me hit you right back. I'm in the store. If it's an emergency, I'll stand to the side. And while I'm talking, bitch, I'm watching. But other than that, let me hit you back. I'm in the store. All right, everything okay? It's an emergency. Everything fine? Can I hit you back? All right, boom. I'll hit you back. But for right now, I don't want to be distracted. I just don't trust nobody like that. Because you just never know. You just never ever know. All right, you have people you don't have to do anything to people nowadays for somebody to do something to you. All right, you have people who are off medication just out and about and decide today is your lucky day. And you got to be on ready for situations as such. But this is a sad situation. Prayers to this lady's family. Prayers to everyone involved. All right. And I really hope on May the 29th, when they get ready to handle his ass in court, that he probably get life in prison. Life for life. That's what we're praying for. All right. All right. Let's get into this next topic. Lord, don't let me holler, Lord, because y'all know this topic here getting ready to have me. I'm probably cussing and hollering. So y'all forgive me. Let me go ahead, child. Trigger warning. I'm sorry and all that. Apologize before we even pull it up. Y'all already know what we're about to talk about. You already know. Lord God. Let me slam my cup down. There we go. Y'all see it up on the screen. I already covered it yesterday. We're going to talk about it because yesterday, child, I had to get off it. My spirit was just not right after that, honey. I was mad. I feel like it was one of my family members, all right? Because this was very senseless, all right? When you take an oath to protect and serve and you do the opposite of that, you should be locked the fuck up. Now, thank God we are still waiting on federal charges to be found out if they're guilty or not. We're still waiting on that. Hopefully, they will be found guilty on that because they were found not guilty on all charges yesterday, 7 to be exact, okay? All right, so 3 former Memphis police officers found not guilty on all 7 charges related to the 2023 beating, unaliving of Tyre Nichols. All right, let's get into the news portion of this, and then we're going to talk about it because this shit really makes me mad.
Guilty on all counts for all 3 former MPD officers. Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley all faced several counts, 7 charges in total each of them getting a not guilty verdict on each count. I'll just go back through some of this here real briefly for you for a second in case you missed a little bit of it. Tadarius Bean, not guilty. All 3 former MPD officers found not guilty of second-degree murder, found not guilty of aggravated assault and acting in concert. I want to go through this with you again. Found not three on count 3, which was aggravated kidnapping and bodily injury. Again, not guilty on count 4, which was aggravated kidnapping with a deadly weapon. On count 5, which was official misconduct, which was unauthorized excessive exercise of official authority, found not guilty. Another unofficial misconduct count, which was count 6, again, not guilty. And then count 7, official oppression, not guilty. So all 3 former MPD officers getting not guilty verdicts on each of the 7 counts that they faced in the state trial in the death of Tyre Nichols. Again, want to reset this whole thing for you. The verdict has just come in 20 minutes ago. We came on air to bring you that live information as they were getting ready to seat the jury. And then as we were seating the jury, we got that information and we were able to bring it to you again. Not guilty on all 7 counts for each of the 3 former MPD officers. You see them on your screen. This is in the state trial. Has nothing to do with the federal charges. This is just a state trial. Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, Demetrius Haley, all getting not guilty verdicts.
Let's pause. Y'all look at these 3 pictures real close. There's nowhere these 3 men can go and escape street justice because I'm telling you, people are going to be insane about this fucking verdict. Okay? I'm upset about it. Okay? I'm upset about it. I really feel like The justice system failed this family. As you guys saw yesterday, as I covered this, they said that the family was pacing back and forth. They couldn't even sit down for the anticipation of what the verdict was going to be. And think about how disappointing that had to be for them to hear not guilty on all 7 charges after the courts played the video of their loved one being assaulted, beaten, and unalived. In said video, they slowed the video down so they could see each officer in the act of unaliving this person. I went ahead and I looked at the video, and I also looked at some pictures online. I watch crime shows, so this shit don't bother me. Okay, bloody, gory stuff. Okay, I'll watch it. It don't bother, because like I said, I watch a lot of crime shows and stuff like that. But to see how they beat this guy, Tyre Nichols, to see how they beat him to a bloody pulp, and this man is laying in the hospital and pretty much succumbed to his injuries is very, very, very violent of these individuals. Now, I started reading up. These officers is said to have worked in the very most dangerous areas in Memphis, okay? Because y'all know Memphis is turned, okay? So they have some crazy ass people out there, and they work that side of town. They particularly pulled this man over, Tyre Nichols, pulled him over, and from there it just went left. They said that he was resisting arrest and all these other things. Well, you guys are trained to handle individuals who resist arrest, okay? Certain types of force could be too much force sometimes, okay? You can hit a person too hard, slam them too hard, and it could be another situation like we see right now with the Tyre Nichols situations. It's hard to watch stuff like this. And then when you see our own being involved in black on black crime, and they're using their badges and their authority in order to unalive people and then sit up in court and hug each other because they got away with the shit, that's what pissed me off. They had all white jury who probably didn't give a fuck about another black man losing his life. I felt a way about that. It was too desensitized. It was too to the point to where I feel like if we had a black person or two on the jury, they would have felt what was really going on with this in terms of how the family feels, because who knows better how we have dealt with so many of our blacks being lost because of police brutality anyway. I mean, my God, how many times do we have to see this? How many times do we have to go through this? And then we got a person in office that's running the country that's saying he wants all immunity for police officers when you don't even look at the case. So we have officers out there like this that commit crimes to unalive people because they want to flex their authority. And then Trump is in office saying, hey, immunity for all police officers. Why? Police officers commit crimes too on the job, as you guys can see here. And I'm praying that the federal charges get handed down as they should, since the state didn't do what the fuck they were supposed to. I'm sorry. Num yo ho ring kill that hoe. Let's continue. Ooh, I'm getting
on each of the 7 counts that they faced in the death of Tyre Nichols. Not guilty on all counts for all 3 former MPD officers. Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley all faced several counts, 7 charges in total each of them getting a not guilty verdict on each count. I'll just go back through some of this here real briefly for you for a second in case you missed a little bit of it. Tadarius Bean, not guilty. All 3 former MPD officers found not guilty of 2nd-degree murder, found not guilty of aggravated assault and acting in concert. Want to go through this with you again. Found not three on count 3, which was aggravated kidnapping and bodily injury. Again, not guilty on count 4, which was aggravated kidnapping with a deadly weapon. On count 5, which was official misconduct, which was unauthorized excessive exercise of official authority, found not guilty. Another official misconduct count, which was count 6, again, not guilty. And then count 7, official oppression, not guilty. So all 3 former MPD officers getting not guilty verdicts on each of the 7 counts that they faced in the state trial in the death of Tyre Nichols. Again,
it's all right though. Like I said, prayers and fingers and toes crossed that the Fed time, that the Fed charges that they are still facing, that they get that, because that Fed time gonna hit different. That's the prayer. I really hope that this family get the justice that they are looking for, because this is not looking good. It's really not looking good. Of course, you know they're gonna turn around and sue. At the end of the day, they should, because they lost a loved one and it was senseless. I don't give a fuck if he had a trunk full of drugs, bitch. I don't care. I don't care if they found a pow in his car. It still did not warrant them to do the things that they did to this man. I was so heartbroken when I saw the pictures and the video of him laying up there in that hospital, all banged up like he was. That shit did not have to happen. This man was leaking, laying in the fucking bed from these imbeciles on my fucking screen right here. Now, after 8 hours of deliberation, an all-white jury made of 8 women and 4 men determined that Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith were not guilty. The men were reportedly visibly relieved upon hearing the verdict. Okay. Says, if you recall, this case sparked national outrage. In 2023, after Tyre was fatally beaten following a traffic stop. Says that he was pulled from the vehicle, pepper sprayed. So you already subdued when you pepper spray because you focus on your eyes and being able to see. So they knew what they were doing. You took away this man's right to be able to fight by taking away his sight. You can't see, and a person is becoming aggressive towards you. You're focused on trying to clear your eyes so that you can fight and or see what's getting ready to happen to you. So that's what they did. They knew, and this sounds like this is something that they've done before. So you pepper sprayed him first and then begin to strike him with a taser before attempting to do whatever else you did, which we saw kicking, hitting, punching, and all of the above. Okay, so they pepper sprayed him and struck with a taser before attempting to flee. It says that once 5 officers caught up with Nichols, they allegedly punched, kicked, and beat him with a baton while struggling to handcuff him. Okay, mind you, his eyes are burning, so that's one thing, and you're kicking, hitting, punching, and everything else that we just named. All right. Oh, Lord. All right. So it said that he succumbed to his injuries in January 2023, just minutes from his home. So he was almost home. He was on his way home. Not to go and commit a crime. He was on his way home. Matter of fact, they said he was several blocks from home. And they took this man's life. And they had the audacity to sit there and smile and embrace each other like, we're going to do this shit again. We got away with this shit again. And we're going to get out here and do it again. The only thing they're going to do if they do get off is, as I said yesterday, moving to another precinct, only for this situation to repeat itself. Obviously, they do not need to be on any police force. But unfortunately, we have a lot of crooked cops out there. We got some good cops too. But unfortunately, there's a lot of crooked cops who get on the force. A lot of them were bullied as children, and they become police officers so that they can return that favor to those who they feel they can flex on. Okay, and a lot of people are starting to not believe in the justice system anymore, or believe in the police. A lot of people don't even call the fucking police no more because of how they act and how they kind of turn up and escalate situations that don't need to be escalated. And I'm not trying to deter anyone from believing in the police or calling the police if you have a situation. That's what they're there for. Not all police are that way. Of course, like I said, they are there to protect and serve. Not always. You just never know what the situation is going to be until they get there. You can't say, okay, send me a good cop. I got a situation at my home. Send me a cop that's never beat the hell out of somebody or unalive someone, you know, when they shouldn't have. I hate to see this. My heart go out to the family. I'm a mother raising a black man. My son is going to be old enough to drive someday and be out into the world, being an adult, doing what adult things do. And I would break my heart to get a phone call that something happened to my son by police brutality. Go ahead and cut the news on because I'll be on there. Okay? Go ahead and cut the news on because I will be there. All right? I don't play about mine on any level. Prayers to this family again. Let's everyone in the chat, please pray that the federal charges that are on these officers, that they definitely get what they deserve in terms of justice for this family. Okay, that's the prayer for this situation. I'm gonna move on because the more I talk about this shit, it's gonna only make me mad. Okay, but we did want to bring awareness for those of you that did not get to be on the live yesterday when we went live while they were live giving the verdict. All right. So let's get to the next topic. You may remember this person. Oh, Lord. Oof, I always hate talking about stuff like that. But We have to add it to the show, okay, to make people aware of what's going on. All right, prayers up for Mr. Rondell Sheridan, okay? You guys remember him? He's the dad from the show That's So Raven. He's hospitalized with pancreatitis, okay? Pancreatitis, okay? And asked for help with medical bills. This is sad. This man been on TV. He was getting TV money, okay? I'm pretty sure Raven has done some things to help because Raven Simone money is long. She's still getting checks from Cosby Show, okay? Yeah. And from That's So Raven, because I think they're syndicated. Y'all know any show that gets syndicated, you get a check every month from that. But so I'm not sure what's going on with this dad's here money, but at the end of the day, he is soliciting some help from the people. He did have some things to say. Let's get into it.
Hey friends, it's Rondell Sheridan here. On April the 10th, I was on the road and got sick. Went to the hospital and they thought it was gastric. I got home on the 12th. Immediately went to the hospital at Northridge and was told it's pancreatitis. Tons of tests. I was in the hospital for 9 days. I got released and I thought I was on the road to recovery. But it was just for observation. My pancreas is inflamed. And there's not much you can do about it, but just wait for the inflammation to go down. I didn't realize that I was going to be and will be out of work for quite some time. I'm setting up this GoFundMe. Hey, friends.
Oh, let's continue.
It's Rondell Sheridan.
Okay, so as you guys can see, he just explained what was going on in his situation. He has started a GoFundMe. For those of you that can, go over and help out. They've already raised $18,906. All right, his goal is $35,000. All right, as you guys said in the chat, yes, medical bills can really be expensive. Every day that you stay in the hospital, it adds up. They charge for everything, okay? So medications, we got to get a shot. By the time you get your bill, baby, it's so damn high. You be like, what the fuck did they do to me? Damn. Oh my God. It's not cheap to be in the hospital, okay? He's dealing with a very serious medical issue. So for those of you that can donate and help out, as you guys can see, that is the information on the screen to help for the aid of Mr. Rondell's fight against severe pancreatitis, okay? So it says in a heartfelt video to Instagram that Sheridan revealed that he got sick while traveling and was rushed to the hospitals. Doctors at first thought it was a gastric issue, but after returning home, he learned the real problem was pancreatitis. All right, so it says that I was in the hospital for 9 days. He shares. He goes on to say that I was on the road to recovery, but it turns that it was that I was just under observation. He explains that there's not much that can be done to treat his condition except to rest and wait for the inflammation to go down. Unfortunately, it also means that he's going to be out of work for a while. So when you hear a person out of work, you know that most people probably, you know, they exhaust certain funding that the job will allow while they're out. If you're out too long, of course, everybody gets sick time. Once your sick time run out, you of course go on short-term disability if your job allows that, so that you can still continue to be paid while you're out. When that runs out, then what? So of course, he is having to set up a GoFundMe, and he's asking and soliciting the help of the people. All right. So for those of you that can, go on over there and donate. Even if it's $1, it's $1 closer to his goal. All right. $1 closer to his goal. He's already raised $18,000. A lot of people say, well, he already got $18,000. No, think about all the things that he would need to help him get from point A to point B. All right, because that's a huge situation. Medical situations are not cheap. So let's help this young man out if you can. Okay. My mods are telling me we need a jam session. So let's get back to my screen. So y'all can go on and twerk on over to the damn like button, child. I knew it was coming. All right, let's get into this. Let's take the trigger one. We don't need that no more. We don't need that no more. All right, I might have to put it back up if them lights don't go up, because cameraman might have to go off. All right, like the trainers in the military. All right, so let's get into it, child. Let's hit the like. Let's hit the like. Hey, y'all know what this means when y'all hear this song, honey. Look it on over. Like, if you already hit the like. Let's see. Hit one if you already hit the like button. Let's go by. Hit one already. Hey. Hey, I see a lot of ones. A lot of ones. Hey. Two if you didn't. So I can block you out the chat. Nah. Come on, guys. Hit a like. Hit a like. Come on. Hey, hey. Going up, going up. Going up, going up. Light, hit the light. Hit on the show tonight. Hey, hey. Let's go, let's go. Hey. Who's twerking? Who's one of y'all twerking? Who's twerking? Hey, show it. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, come on, twerk. Get it, get it, get it, get it. I know that shit right. Where we at? Where we at? 218. We need some more. We need some more. Motherfuckers, get the like button. Hey, let's go. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Like button. Hey. Like button. Like button. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Flip. Flip. Hey, come on. Hey, hey. Everybody, like. Where we at, y'all? Update. I just want to twerk all damn morning. I got to twerk all day. Real thing. Goodbye. Let's go. Come up. Let's go. Hey, hey. Let's go. Like, let's go. Go like, go like. Like, hit the like. Like, hit the like. 25. No, let me go now. Go. Hey, hey. Go like, let's go. Hey. Come on. Go like, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey. Come on. 225. Go, let's go. Hey. Okay. 228. I knew y'all could do it. Let's get into this show. See, I had to bring it out of y'all. Ooh, y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. Okay. Let's get into some Diddy news, child. Because y'all know Diddy is in court scared, honey. He's scared he about to get life. He done turned that damn plea deal down. Now he get nervous. He done got nervous, child. 3 more gray hairs up the ass up over there, child. Yes, you do, Diddy. That's what your ass get to. I do not feel sorry for Diddy. Nothing with Diddy. What is on my glasses, child? Hold on, y'all. Ooh, child. Cannot stand when something's on my glasses. All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. I can see now. All right, I can see more better, as they call it, child. All right. Hey, y'all still twerking? Let's get into it. Some Diddy news. All right, so Diddy trial sees potential juror dismissed after admitting that he can't go 8 weeks without the marijuana, child. Lord, all right, so listen, if Diddy can stop using the pink coquiana, okay, then you can stop with the damn marijuana. We need to get this case on and popping because I'm ready to see Diddy be found guilty. All right, so put this damn marijuana down so Diddy can be found guilty now, juror. Y'all doing too damn much now. Shit, do I need to volunteer to be a jury? Because I'll go do it. So I can get that news. Take my ass right up in. So today in court. All right, so a potential juror in Diddy's federal trial told the judge that he couldn't commit to an 8-week break from marijuana, child. Lord have mercy, a damn weed head. Said according to reports that a New York man who appeared in court for a jury selection admitted that giving up his weed habit during the trial wasn't realistic. Says that he told the judge that staying off weed would be a major challenge and expressed concern that going cold turkey could mess with his ability to think clearly. Really? Says that that didn't fly and he was excused from service. Child. Says that the goal is to lock in 45 potential jurors by today, which is well, that was yesterday, okay? As of yesterday, May 7th. So we're trying to get 45 potential jurors in, but reports indicate that only 35 are currently in the running. So they got to get more jurors up, child, so they can get this trial on the road. All right. They are looking for, was it 8 to 10 day trial? All right. So after then, we're going to find out Diddy's fate, if his ass going to be getting life, because that's what he's facing for all the charges that he has upon him. I like using upon. Okay. So we're going to see what it's giving, child. We're going to see what it's giving. So hopefully they can go ahead and get the rest of these damn jurors up in there. They got 45. They got 35. They need 45. All right. So y'all get your asses down there and get in there so we can get Diddy's ass found guilty. All right. Moving on. Let's get on into this person right here, child. Touchy feely down there with the housekeepers. So they say. Smokey Robinson is clapping back and he issues a brief response to the $50 million lawsuit that's filed by his former housekeepers. He says, I am appalled by these allegations. I bet you are. I bet you are, Smokey. So let's get into that. Let's get into that, child. There he go, child. The green-eyed bandit said the 4 women, as you guys know, is suing Smokey Robinson, accusing him of repeated sexual assault and R-wording them during their employment. So let's read into what they're saying. Said that Smokey Robinson is stepping up after facing accusations of sexual assault from 4 former employees in a civil lawsuit. Now it says on a call with the Daily Mail, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked too, okay? On Wednesday, May 7th, which was yesterday, the legendary Motown artist was 85 girl and still alive out here with them hips, briefly addressed the allegations laid out in a complaint filed in Los Angeles on Tuesday, May the 6th. I am appalled is what he had to say, okay? He says that I can't speak about this right now. Of course, you guys know it's an open case, so him speaking about it out loud, especially, could definitely ruin his chances of winning this case. So I get it. We get why you're not speaking out. But yeah. So as we previously reported, Robinson is accused of sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment by 4 Jane Does who worked for him and his wife, Frances, over 20 years now. Okay. Woo, child. Yeah, child. So we're going to see what that's given to. So, Smokey, you about to come up off some coins, honey. I don't think they're going to lock him up for it. I don't think he'll get locked up, but I do think that he will have to pay out a lot of money, okay? And his ass been on tour, so you got it. Do I need to remind y'all? Smokey's been on tour. Let me remind y'all right quick. Yeah, let's get his ass up here right quick. Let's get Smokey up here because Smokey's been on tour. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Let's get Smokey's ass up here right quick. Hold up. Stop sharing. And wait a minute. Oh, right here. All right, so let's share. Let's show y'all. This is why I said these allegations might stick, child. I told y'all. Way he be out here gyrating, honey. I say, ooh, yeah, he's still out here gyrating. Child, let's put music. Look at him, child. That's how he was doing them housekeepers when they came in that room. Cruise right into them charges. Baby, let's cruise away from here. Don't be confusing. Baby, he don't put that Bengay on. See, the Bengay ain't kicked in yet. Okay. There you go. Bengay done kicked in, Lord. See, he put that Bengay on last night and now kicked in. See, when he did like that, that's when the Bengay kicked in. Yes, child. Ooh, child. I can go anywhere just to see you again. That's what he's saying. Yeah, you gonna go somewhere to that courthouse. Smokey about to go to the courthouse, Lord. Hold up, let's see. Here you go, child. Yeah, that's how he came in the room on him right there. Ooh, child. Just to see you. Just to feel you. Look at him, child. Come on through there, Smokey. Yes, honey. Smokey said, fuck them buttons. All right. He said, I'm going to only button one button. And I'm going to go on out there and give it to him. Yes, honey. Get it, Smokey. Just to see you again. I would go anywhere. I would do anything. Y'all know he got that tremble. There's nothing I wouldn't do just to see you again. Woo, child, I know that's right. Come on in there, Smokey. I don't know what this shit here is. That's how he always started out with that shit right there. Smokey, what is that? Give it to him now. Hey, wind it. Come on now. Yes, honey. Baby, let's cruise away from here. Ooh, child. Come on with the foot. Yes, child. That 1 foot stomp. It always start with that, don't it? Come on, Smokey. Yes, now. Yes, honey. Give it to him. Yes, honey. What was that supposed to be? Hey, come on. You better wind it up on him. Come on. Oh, he about fell. Did Smokey almost fall right there? He tried to do that quick spin around like, oh, hold up now. Whoa, hold up now. Uh-oh. We got no more Smokies? Oh, that's all the Smokies? Come on back here, Smokey. I know you ain't done. Let's get him back up here. There you go. Hey. Come on now. With the tongue out. Nasty self. Look how you looking. Ooh, Lord. Yeah, them charges might stick. I done told y'all. The charges might stick. Given this video evidence that we just showed y'all of Smokey Robinson, child. Baby, won't he pumping it up? Y'all know his ass ain't gonna be able to get out of bed the next morning doing all that gyrating, child. When that Bengay wear off, them knees gonna be hurting, baby. You hear me? Them knees gonna be hurting when that damn Bengay rub off. But that Bengay go out, baby, he gonna be hurting. All right, let's get into this next person, child. That was hurting, child. Let's get into the next person. Y'all know, honey, that Bengay make you feel like you can do some shit. He be over there twerking and carrying on and whatnot. Baby, when that Bengay and that Aleve wear off, you know, old people take Aleve. Okay, they take that Aleve, honey, and an Alka-Seltzer. When that shit wear off, baby, he gonna be laying in the bed. Baby, let's cruise away from here. Woo! Come on, Smokey. Don't be confused. The way seems clear. Hold on. That's Smokey, child. And if you want it, you got it forever. I can just lay here beside you and love you. Let the music take your mind. Just releasing you will find. We're gonna fly away. Let it go my way. I love it when we're cruising together. All right, so that's my Smokey Robinson for y'all. Ooh, Ooh, Lord. All right, let's get into today's topic, y'all. I love me some damn Smokey Robinson, but Smokey, you're gonna have to pay that money. You about to come up off that tour money. All right, the Becky's been watching you on tour, and they've been making a list and checking it twice, and your ass is about to pay up. All right, let's move on. Comedian child, we can call her that because I don't think she's funny. Y'all think Tiffany Haddish is funny? I don't think she's funny. But comedian Tiffany Haddish admits that she went on some dates with some guys just for food, child. So she was hungry out here, and she just went on some dates with some guys, child, when she was struggling, so she can eat. She said that I don't want she said, hold on. She said, I don't want to get to know the person. I'm just hungry. Child, what? So she ain't trying to get to know them. She just want to eat. Damn. I ain't never been in that low of my life. I ain't never been low like that to where I got to go out with somebody I don't even like or want to be with just to eat.
Do you know how horrible it is to have to go on a date with a guy because you need a meal? And it's like, I don't even want to be nice to this person or even get to know him. I'm hungry. I don't know. But I have a strong feeling that we are going to have a lot more thinner people out here with the price of everything. And like, you know, in this past election, we were told that the price of food would come down, but it seems like it's just going up. So do you know how horrible it is to have to go on a date with a guy because you need a meal?
Maybe.
And it's like, I don't even want to be nice to this person or even get to know him. I'm hungry.
Sad.
I don't know.
Me.
But I have a strong feeling that we are going to have a lot more thinner people out here with the price of everything. And like, you know, in this past election, we were told that the price of food would come down, but it seems like it's just going up. So do you know how horrible it is to have to go on a date with a guy?
No, anybody in my chat, okay? I know you ain't gonna put no one. Anybody in my chat ever had to do that? Just go out with somebody so you can eat? You ever been at your lowest where you just go out with a random person just because you want to have a free meal? Anybody? All right. So that's what she's had to resort to. All right. I remember she talked about living in her car, and I think she said Kevin Hart gave her some money and helped her get on so that she could, get a little money in her pocket, become a comedian, go on tour and stuff like that. So, was it no, not Kevin Hart. Was it Kevin Hart? It was either Kevin Hart or Cat Williams. No, Cat Williams, I think it was. I think it might have been Cat Williams. One of them two. Anyway, so they put her on because she was staying in her car. She was like really poor. She ain't had no money or whatever. So I guess shout out to her for a child coming out of homelessness and getting free meals from random men, child, and you able to get your nails and your hair and everything done. And you out here doing what you need to do. You in movies now. You doing stand-up comedy, even though you're not funny, but you're still able to get your coin. And it is what it is. All right. I like her, I guess, when she's acting. I don't like her stand-up comedy. Okay, you got to be really funny to make me laugh. You got to be really funny to make me laugh because I'm funny. All right, you can't make me laugh. You're not funny. So yeah, shout out to her, I guess, child. I guess. Moving on. All right, so I'm gonna skip that because I don't care about that shit no more. I really don't. I be picking topics and I be like, I don't care about that no more. We'll spin the block on that. I don't care. All right, in my St. Louis voice. All right, so Beyonce's daddy done sent out a warning to Kanye West, child. Kanye West was talking about Beyonce and them kids. Y'all remember he called them retarded. And yeah, Tina Knowles already done checked his ass, which is Beyonce's mama. Now the daddy, Mathew Knowles, is letting Kanye West know. Okay, all right. Don't you forget who keep the motherfucking lights on, bitch. Okay, let's get into it. I said, ooh, not Mathew checking Kanye West, because you know how reckless his damn mouth is. So let's go.
Yes. I have a reputation in the music industry. I don't have to say much. Yes. Yes. You know?
People go into Sony and remind all of these executives when they get too much of a big head, just remember who covered these lights.
Or to Kanye. Or to Kanye.
Whoa! Look at me, please. Someone don't say that.
Kanye.
Yes. I have a.
Y'all see Tina telling him, don't abort mission. Don't do that with Kanye, because baby, you know once you get him crunk up, you know Kanye is gonna keep coming for you. So Tina had to give him that, and he was like, Kanye, like you ain't about to shut me up, Kanye. Y'all see that? And play
A
with
reputation in the music industry. I don't have to say much.
Yes. Yes. And remind all of these executives when they get too much of a big head, just remember who covered these lights.
Or to Kanye. Or to Kanye.
Whoa! Look at me, please. Someone don't say that. Yes.
I have a
Kanye and what? Okay. Yeah. So I still got that pull in the music industry and what? And I keep the lights on around this bitch. Now what, Kanye? Okay. So I'm gonna be looking for Kanye, child, in the next 3 to 5 business days to respond to Mathew Knowles, because y'all know he don't, child. Kanye don't sit back on nobody. You say some shit about Kanye, he coming. All right. Kanye is coming crazy and all, baby. So expect a clap back any day now. I'm giving 3 to 5 business days on that shit. All right, moving on. For those of you who live in Florida, the weather is getting nice. People are getting out in boats, child. Lord, you won't never see me in no damn like no little paddle boat. Now I get on like a yacht or something like that, like a big boat, but not no little paddle boat where you out there in the water with these damn gators and shit. All right, now somebody out here done got attacked by a damn gator down there, a 61-year-old woman, y'all. This is so scary. I don't play with stuff like that at all. All right, so a 61-year-old Florida woman is fatally attacked by a gator while canoeing with her husband. Imagine how scary that had to be. Okay. Child, I don't fool around with it. I don't get in no water like that. I don't get in no lakes or nothing. If I go to Florida, baby, the only water I get in is in the shower and in the damn pool. I'm getting no damn lakes and shit like that. Hell no, not in Florida. But let's get into it.
We're back with a tragedy in Florida waters.
A woman attacked and killed by a gator in Lake Kissimmee. Eden is in our newsroom now with the details on this one. Eden.
And Calvin Nicole, FWC says the victim and her husband were out canoeing when they had that fateful encounter with a gator. According to officials, the couple was on a 14-foot canoe in around 2 feet of water when they approached the alligator near Tiger Creek around 4 p.m. yesterday. The gator began thrashing in the water, throwing 61-year-old Cynthia DeKema of Davenport overboard. FWC says that she landed on top of the gator and was bitten. Her husband tried to help, but was no match for that alligator. FWC believes the boat have drifted over the gator, scaring it off. And this marks the second gator attack in that area since March. But officials say it is still incredibly rare.
It is rare to have alligator attacks of this nature. This was not believed to be a predatory incident, but just simply an incident of a defensive incident where they came upon the alligator beneath the water's edge. And when the canoe struck it, it caused a reaction.
We always encourage the public to keep their distance from wildlife. And this is obviously one of those situations where during this time, when alligators are active, we would strongly encourage the public to keep their distance from alligators.
And the victim's body was later recovered. Florida wildlife officials confirmed 2 gators were captured and removed from that area, but it's unclear if either of those was involved in this actual attack. Again,
so they found her body, which means that they really wasn't unaliving the lady too. They just really attacked her. They really didn't eat her body. Did I need to say it like that? They really didn't consume her. The gators didn't consume her. They just unalived her. So maybe they're going to spin the block and do that because, you know, I don't know, child. I don't know how gators work. I don't fuck with no damn gators. I don't like. That's why I don't like wildlife. I don't fool with wildlife because, baby, it's too dangerous. Animals are so unpredictable. Okay, when I go to the zoo, I don't want to pet nobody. I just want to look at you. I don't want to rub you. I don't want to feed you. None of that. Okay. I've seen gator before, and I don't want to be close to no fucking gator. All right. What's the little gator petting thing that we went to? Took my son because he likes shit like that. And I was like, okay, don't get too close now. Because, bitch, I'll fight this fucking gator for my child. But I don't fool no damn gators. All right. And that's anybody. I know you guys that stay in Florida. Y'all see them all the time. I told y'all how my coworker, who's also from Florida, who lives now in Atlanta, was talking about how gators, like in the summertime, how they hide under your car. And you don't really know they're there until you hear like a hissing sound. Right. He said he got up to go to work one morning and it was fucking gator under his car. Right. Imagine how that can be. I saw a video the other day where some gators were up around this lady's front door. Big gators too. I was like, oh my God, I cannot imagine. I would not want to stay in Florida with the snakes and the gators that you guys have there. No, thank you. All right. And snakes are everywhere. Of course, y'all know with the weather getting warm, but gators, I can't. I cannot. All right. Yeah, I'll pow a damn snake. But gators, I don't fuck around no gators. But
experts stress to be cautious around gators and all wildlife. Never approach and provoke, especially now during mating season.
Ooh, child.
We're back with a tragedy in Florida.
This is sad. So Do we have any Floridians in in my chat? Anybody from Florida? Anybody from Florida? So this woman was attacked, you guys, and they were on a boat. So they pretty much attacked and knocked her off the damn boat, and yeah, they unalived her. So this is sad. Imagine how her husband had to feel seeing this, and he's trying to help her, and he couldn't help her. Damn. Oh, Jesus. What's that show I like where they be hunting the gators? They're from Louisiana. What is it? Well, I can't remember the name of the show. It's something with the gators where they be setting the gator traps and then they go and catch them with the little man from Louisiana. They be out in the boats. I can't remember the name of that because I be watching that damn show. I'll watch it, but I don't want to be out there around. But for those of you that know what I'm talking about, y'all can put it in the chat because I can't remember the name of the damn show right now. Okay, but it's where they be catching the gators. And they get paid. They get paid really good money for those gators too, for the skin. But yeah, I'll be watching that a little bit on yeah. Let's get into Shamar, child. Not down under, what is this? Swamp People. Thank you, Joyce Jefferson. Thank you. I'll be watching Swamp People. Y'all watch Swamp People? I'll be watching Swamp People, okay? Yes, child. I'll be watching Swamp People. I love that show. I don't know why I like that show, but they be out in their boats, child, and they be catching these damn gators. I be like, oh, Lord. It's a good show, though. All right. Yes, honey. All right, so let's get into Shamar. Let's got some Shamar news. Let's get into some Shamar news. Let's get a little laugh in right quick, child, because you know Shamar is going always. Okay, let's get into it. So Shamar, child, makes it clear that going forward, that anybody that want to do some music with him, he said that now that he's laterally, what is that? He says that he's laterally hot. Right now, he says that you are going to have to sign an NDA, an NBA rather. Okay, you got to sign an NBA straight up. Okay, now NBA is when you like this, you hooping. But an NDA is when you got to sign a paper. So obviously he doesn't know the difference. When he's telling people they got to sign an NBA, which we all know that's what LeBron is in the NBA. But for NDA, that means you want people to be quiet, okay, and not be telling your damn business. So literally. All right. So you literally got to sign an MBA. All right. Let's get into him, child.
It seems like a lot of people want to do music now that I'm like literally hot right now or whatever. Let me tell you something. Y'all sit up and try to do music with me to go viral. Y'all gonna have to pay to do music with me. And besides, y'all gonna have to sign an MBA. Straight up. Okay? I'm not doing no free songs because it seems like a lot of people want to do music now that I'm like literally hot.
All right. Did anybody in the chat need to do some music or want to do some music or have a desire to do some music with Shamar Marco? Okay. If you're reaching out to him, just know there will be an upfront fee in order for you to do so, and you will have to sign an NBA. No, you would not get to play with LeBron and them, but you will have to sign an NBA straight up. Okay. Let's get into it.
Right now, or whatever. Let me tell you something. Y'all sit up and try to do music with me to go viral. Y'all gonna have to pay to do music with me. Mm-hmm. And besides, y'all gonna have to sign an NBA. Straight up. Okay? I'm not doing no free songs. Because
a nigga get their teeth fixed and they feel like they're important out here all of a sudden. That's what it's giving. It's giving that you're doing. When out here and got these damn veneers and you got your teeth fixed and whatnot. Now you feeling yourself a little bit and you want somebody to be paying to be doing some music with you. Shamar, no, please sit down. Okay. We ain't signing an NBA or NBA, none of that shit. Okay. None of that. All right, get on my screen and goodbye. Moving on. All right. Now we always talk about squatters on my show. All right. This is a very weird situation with the squatters. All right, let's get into it, honey. Imagine being having a home and someone moving to your home unbeknownst to you and become a squatter. Now, this particular man, a Chicago homeowner, moved in with the squatters, okay, that took over his home. Can y'all imagine that? Baby, I'm not about to move in with you. Let's get into this because this was crazy.
He did the unthinkable when he discovered alleged squatters in his property. He decided to move in with them. Marco Velasquez is the owner of this Southside property, which is on the market to be sold. He says his realtor came by with a potential buyer, but there was already people inside.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare.
Velasquez says a woman named Charmaine and her boyfriend Cordero moved in, claiming they recently purchased the property. He says the couple showed police this mortgage document, but Cook County confirms they don't see this mortgage on record. Velasquez's realtor recorded this video as the couple explained to police they had a right to be there.
Y'all bogus right now. I listen, bro.
He says police told them under Illinois' current law, they couldn't remove anyone.
I said I'm not moving out, and I said at the one point they gotta leave. They gotta get tired of us being in the property. And call a couple friends, stay overnight, and
he did the unthinkable when he discovered alleged squatters in his.
Knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me that you and your friends came in and moved in with them?
Yes.
Velasquez says he, his wife, and their friends got a few air mattresses and spent the night with the alleged squatters.
We stayed in the living room. We were watching all the time the door. They stayed in one of the bedrooms.
The next morning, he says he realized they were not budging.
They're like, oh, well, we want $8,000.
Velasquez says they negotiated. He had the couple sign a cash for key agreement, and he paid them $4,300 to leave.
We wouldn't want to give them money, but we heard, really bad stories about squatters taking over properties 6, 8, 10 months, even a year.
Velasquez.
I ain't giving you shit. I'm not paying you $43,000 to get out of my damn house. Now, if I got to spend some, if you got $4,300, you should have took that to the court and had them legally evicted from your property. That's how you do that. You already had the money. Yes, it's going to take about a good 30 days or a little bit longer, but you still get them out of your house. Okay. Yeah. Go change the locks. That's your property. Change the locks, put you up some cameras so you can see people coming and going on your property. And that's for anybody else who owns properties. Make sure, okay, even if you don't stay in the same state as your property, because I have property out of state and I have family in the same state as my property, and they know to check on my shit, okay? But at the end of the day, you got to maybe put up some cameras or change the locks or something like that. Have people, periodically go through there and check on your stuff and make sure somebody ain't just staying up in there. Because when they see no traffic or people coming and going, then they see that as an opportunity to move up in there and then play those games of, oh, we're not leaving. You pay us $4,300 and then we'll go. I'm not giving you shit. What I will do is go down and file eviction papers on you. And it's going to cost me. And then I'm going to ask the judge if, maybe make them give me back my money that I paid for in court, or if not, then I'll just take a loss. At least I get you off my fucking property. But I'm not giving you $4,300 to get out of my house when your ass was supposed to be there anyway. Period. These squatters are getting smarter and bolder, okay? But I don't think I would have moved up in there with total strangers. And I'm damn sure not about to put no air mattress on the floor and stay in the living room. As you can see, that shit didn't work. Obviously, they didn't have nowhere else to go, or they would have just left. And now they're starting to print out or get paperwork from somewhere saying they purchased the property. How? When the property is in your name. If the house is deeded to you, who was doing some shit like that? Okay? Fake ass paperwork. So, yeah.
It says weeks later, a CPD detective called them, informing them that one of the alleged squatters is the same woman accused of squatting in Marcia and Carlton Lee's home after leaving his property. In the Lee's case, Charmaine Powell Gillard was arrested.
Knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me.
So they did this to someone else's property as well. So the gig would have been up, baby. This is look like maybe the second time or maybe the third time. This is their thing. This is what they do. When they get in trouble over here, they go find another house that they see no traffic coming in and out of, and they just go move in there and then try to demand money out of people. This is their come up. You have a lot of fraudulent people out there that's unfortunately doing shit like that to people.
Either you and your friend charged with burglary, forgery, obstructing identification, and criminal residential trespassing. In the meantime, Velasquez says he's working with a detective and he hopes action is taken in his case, too.
I heard stories before about squatters. I never thought it was going to happen to me.
The accused squatter, Charmaine Powell Gillard, said claims that she is a squatter are false and unfounded and wrote, quote, innocent until proven guilty. We also reached out to her alleged boyfriend, Cordero, but have not heard back.
Of course.
CPD did not confirm if they are currently investigating this new case, and no one has been arrested or charged in this case. Chicago man.
So yeah, that's pretty much what it is, child. Y'all know, and unfortunately, The police officers, there's nothing they can do when you call the police. They're gonna tell you got to go through the courts because it's a civil matter. You got to, file the necessary paperwork, and that costs money to do that. So for those of you that own properties, make sure you stay up on your business with your properties, honey, because people will move in and then you got to deal with shit like this, okay? Because squatters seem like squatters have more rights than the actual owner of the property. They really do, and it's sad. All right, but let's move on, child. Let's move on now into some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. Let's get into some reality TV news. Let's get into that. Let's get into some reality TV news. All right, so Shamar Morton says that she would undo the awkward space that her friendship is in with Portia Williams. Says that the fact that she is listening to other people is ludicrous, okay, to me. She said the history has proven that I ride for you over and over again. Marlo Hampton goes in to say, Shamar has always been a loyal friend to Portia. It's unfortunate when the other party is not loyal. Why are you getting into it, Margot? Because you ain't never loyal to nobody. You were friends for years with Nene, and look where they got you. You ain't even friends with her no more. But anyway, anywho, let's get into it. Shout out to y'all see the Brad back there. Shout out to Brad. All right, shout out to Gary back there in the back as well.
If you could undo one change, what would it be?
I mean, it would be the awkward space that my friendship is in with Portia.
Yeah,
I would undo that. That would that's my real friend. You know what I mean? And reality is real, right? Reality, you can't spell reality without spelling real. So the place that we're in right now it's hurtful. You know what I mean? It would be bad to say.
Why did y'all let it get to this point though? How do you let it get to this point when you're such good friends?
In relationships, there's you and then there's them, right? And then there's like your perspective and mine. Right. I haven't been able to even have a conversation to understand how it got to this point. Everything that I've done has been centered in love and has led with love. And I've never been one to allow anybody to talk down on my friendship or like my people. And that's just my thing. Now, what's happening on the other side, I have no idea. But there's no way that Brett, could come to me and say, Portia said this or Portia did this. I'm gonna look at you like, girl, please stop.
So did the producers tell you to not talk to her a lot? Or
No, I've reached out. I've done my part. I feel. Okay. And the fact that she's allowing and listening to other people is ludicrous to me. People that she just met, people that she does not know well, they are in her ear or have said some things, I guess, about our friendship. First of all, our friendship should never have been up for discussion to me. Yeah. And if it was something that was that bad, it should have been addressed to me.
Did y'all talk before the show and say, look, did she say, well, you've been on the show before, so you know how sometimes how setups can be and how trifling the plot can get. So did y'all have conversations before, like, look, no matter what they try to do, this ain't gonna be a problem?
Yeah, and my thing is, what's understood shouldn't be, you don't have to explain. Like, I'm riding for you. I think history has proven I ride for you over and over again, almost to the point where people are like, what's wrong with you? What she got on you? Were you still riding some boy? What's happening with you? So at this point, I'm stepping back and I'm gonna need you to show me some of that. The reciprocity. I need you to ride for me like I've been riding for you. And as all things on reality TV, it'll all play out and we will all see, and we can either be accountable for it or we can keep it moving.
If you could undo one.
All right, so y'all heard that. I don't think it has anything to do with loyalty. Well, it does have something to do with loyalty. I think it more so has to do with Portia in terms of seeing, and I said this yesterday, she's seeing that Shamar has a life that she wants. Portia came on this show with the understanding she would be the star, and Shamar is outshining her, and she don't like that. Portia is the type of person who she has friends, and her friends can never overlap her. Her friends can never do better than her or have more than her, or she's going to show her mean girl. She's going to show her jealousy towards that person. And a person like that is definitely not loyal. And I get it. They've been friends for a long time. But when you have a friend who's always jealous of you on your come up and things that you're doing, when you have more than them, you live better than them, you dress better than them, you're able to do more than them. Portia can't seem to stay in a relationship. Shamar is in a happy marriage. Portia wants to have more kids. Shamar is having more kids. It's like everything that Portia wants, Shamar now has and continues to do. So it's getting to the point to where Portia is starting to show. It's starting to seep out. Like you can only hold it but for so long. When you're around somebody who's supposed to be loyal to you and they're jealous, eventually it's going to come out. That's why I say keep your friends close and keep your enemies close and your friends close. I mean, damn, however you say the shit. At the end of the day, Portia is nobody's friend but her own. Portia got a lot of issues. Portia got daddy issues. Hence the reason why she keep jumping from one man to the next, to the next, to the next. I don't know what the fuck it is she's looking for. But bottom line is every single solitary relationship that she get into, it ends up the same way. broke down, busted, disgusted, mental issues, unhappy, and then all of that spills over into the people around her. She's unhappy this season, as you guys can see, because she's dealing with that bullshit from Simon, a relationship that everybody and their mama tried to tell you not to get into. But you just had to be with Simon because you thought he was going to change your life and you were going to live like Shamir is living, riding around with, the brand new Rolls Royce, living in a huge, nice house, being able to go on vacations, go on spending sprees, being able to be that girl. Shamir is that girl this season. Portia, not so much. I told you guys the other day, Portia just had to move out of her home, or getting ready to move out of her home, because Simon let it go into foreclosure. Y'all know he is still in the custody of ICE. They're still not divorced. So her life is kind of in the trash right now, at the bottom of the dumpster right now. So she is kind of feeling the jealousy. Shamir is feeling the jealousy between the two of them, but I don't think she wants to cut off the friendship with Portia because she feels like there's a lot of time invested. And sometimes you got to be like, fuck that time invested. At the end of the day, if this is how you're going to be, then I got to cut myself from you, because the last thing you need to be is around somebody that's jealous. Jealousy can be dangerous. It really can. Jealousy can be dangerous. If you have friends that you hang with and they're jealous of you, jealousy will make you do things to a person that you would not ordinarily do. For real. If you got friends that act that way, act funny towards you, you get a new car and they can't be like, oh my God, girl, this car is gorgeous. It's not, you look good in this car. If they can't be like that for you, probably don't need them. You don't have friends that celebrate you versus talk shit about you, and watch the ones that sit up in conversations with other people that have negative things to say about you. And if they don't get their ass up and remove themselves from conversations and situations where your name is being brought up in a negative way, then 9 times out of 10, they're probably not a good friend to you. Because I can't sit, and I said this before, I can't sit in places when I'm cool with somebody and I hear somebody saying negative things about said person that I'm cool with and I feel like I have some loyalty with. I can't sit up in those circles. That bothers me. I gotta say something like, oh, why are you saying that about this person? Y'all go ahead and continue. I'm gonna go ahead and go, because I don't want nothing to do with this shit here. I don't want nothing to do with this. All right, let me remove myself, because it make me look like I agree with what's being said. If I'm sitting back laughing at the joke about my friend, then 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not a good friend. So Portia, I don't know. Portia needs to go through some healing. She definitely needs some healing. All right. Maybe this is not a good time for Shamir and Portia to be trying to kick it like that until Portia figures out her situation, like her divorce, and figure out her next step and where she's going to go and who else husband she's going to sleep with. Moving on, child. Yeah, I said it. All right. So got that. Let's move on. All right. So Ralph is sending out a little message to Drew, honey. He and Drew are going through a divorce. Ralph is being like Martell, child. Ralph is out here Ralphing. Ralph is Ralphing, honey. Let's get into him. Shout out to attorney Simone Winemore. Is that her name? I guess that's her name. Simone, is that her name? Winemore or something like that? Something like that, child. Anyway, Simone Red Wine. I'm talking about Winemore. It's Simone Red Wine. I'm talking about Winemore. Why did I rename this woman? Y'all know I would tear up a name, child. So shout out to Simone Red Wine. I don't know where I got Winemore from. I knew it was something wine. But Ralph Pittman, honey, accuses Drew Sidora of fraud. Fraud, Lord. Okay. Why everybody want to be on the fraud? We've been hearing a lot of stuff about fraud here lately. Okay. Ooh, let me move on. All right, so according to attorney Simone, Drew Sidora, honey, took out a 6-figure loan against her marital home and defaulted on that loan. Now, y'all remember Ralph was saying he pays for all of the bills and everything connected to their home, which is why Drew Sidora is just like, yeah, I ain't leaving. But the way she put it out there was that she was paying for everything. She was saying that when she first came onto the scene, that first, Ralph was making all the money. He was doing better than her. But once she got onto Real Housewives of Atlanta, her checks kind of made her be the highest earner between the two of them. So she went out here and took out this damn 6-figure loan, and now she defaulted on it. And now that the two of them are married, it's looking like, Ralph might have to help pay for that damn loan, because whatever's accumulated during the marriage, they're going to come after both people, even though her name is on there. Probably. We'll see. But let's get into what Simone Redwine, child, had to say.
So it was Drew Sidora LLC.
Shout out to
what he is accusing her and her attorney of is colluding together to violate the court's rule that you can't destroy any community property. You cannot loan out any community property. You can't get a loan against any of it. You can't waste it. And you certainly can't terminate it or use it without the court's permission or the consent of the other person. And so what he's saying is that without permission, the lawyer falsely represented to the state of Georgia that the Drew Sidora LLC was no longer in business, affirmatively submitted paperwork to dissolve the entire LLC, and Ralph didn't know nothing about it for like a whole year. So Ralph is operating as though, yes, it still exists. That means they weren't properly paying taxes to it because it didn't exist. And then she went and opened a different LLC in a whole nother state.
Two, right?
Two of them. Two different ones in other states without Ralph on them. And then funneled the money that used to go to the Sidora LLC. She started getting them checks going to her new ones. So her housewife check used to go to Sidora LLC, not no more. All them 6 figures.
What were the new LLCs? Because I think she changed one to the one in Cali, because it was California, and I forget the
one is with Drew, and one is Drew Sidora Global LLC. Yep. And Ralph argues that by doing this, it denied Ralph access to the Sidora LLC, and Drew directed third parties who previously dealt with Ralph to not communicate or involve Ralph in company business to which he handled or was previously involved in, and retained all revenue that was previously assigned to the LLC. And a lawyer can't do that, because also when you're a lawyer, if there's a conflict of interest, you have to get permission from both parties to represent both sides. So by her lawyer disbanding the LLC, that's half hers, half Ralph's, that lawyer would have needed to get Ralph's permission to do it, because she's already Drew's lawyer, which means her loyalty is mainly to Drew. You can't just, it's no different than Drew herself couldn't go and disband it. See, I think Drew is going to run behind a lawyer and be like, well, Your Honor, I didn't know I couldn't do it. My lawyer did it for me. And then as a lawyer, I could see her lawyer thinking, well, Drew owns 60%. Ralph only owns 40%. Therefore, if they were to vote or, have a vote, she would outvote him and could do what she wanted. So it's not that big of a deal. But here's the thing. That might be true with the traditional business. The problem is you have a divorce proceeding that specifically said you cannot dissolve assets of the marriage. And this LLC, without question, was an asset of the marriage. It was created specifically for this. Oh, let me see. Yeah,
you're gonna get dinged for that probably.
And the states of the other LLC, one was California. I was trying to go back and see. Illinois. Okay, so she did one in like Chicago, her hometown. I was wondering where California came into play, or why California, but okay.
And y'all, and then it gets worse. Not only did she do that, then she reallocated all her 1099s and stuff, which used to get paid through to the old one. She had all her paychecks and stuff coming to the new entity. But, excuse me, the bigger issue, and the issue that would have pissed me off, she then went to this loan shark company and got some huge 6-figure loan at some high predatory interest rate, and used the marital home as the collateral for the loan during the divorce. You can't do that without telling Ralph, and then defaulted. Yeah. So now the house is at risk for foreclosure because she ain't made payments on the loan. That loan was an advance on money she was going to get paid. So it was like an advance on her salary.
That's some Tisha and Marceau bullshit right there. Going and getting all these fucking loans and not paying on shit like you're supposed to. This is so crazy. Drew, what are you thinking, love? And I'm hearing that Ralph's name was the only name on this house. So how is she out here getting loans and stuff like that on the house without him, I guess, knowing about it or having to be on said loan. That's weird. I wasn't aware you could do that if his name only was on there. That's weird.
So it was Drew Sidora LLC. And what he is accusing her and her attorney of is colluding together to violate the court's rule that you can't destroy any community property. You cannot loan out any community property. You can't get a loan against any of it. You can't waste it. And you certainly can't terminate it or use it without the court's permission or the consent of the other person. And so what he's saying is that without permission, the lawyer falsely represented to the state of Georgia that the Drew Sidora LLC was no longer in business, affirmatively submitted paperwork to dissolve the entire LLC, and Ralph didn't know nothing about it for like a whole year. So Ralph is operating as though, yes, it still exists. That means they weren't properly paying taxes to it because it didn't exist. And then she went and opened a different LLC in a whole nother state.
Two, right?
Two of them. Two different ones in other states without Ralph on them. And then funneled the money that used to go to the Sidora LLC. She started getting them checks going to her new ones. So her housewife check.
That's not going to be a good look when they have the divorce proceedings, because Ralph is definitely going to hold her accountable for that shit, because that's going to fall back on him. Not sure why she wasn't paying it, because Drew makes pretty good money on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so not sure why she defaulted on that loan. To be honest with you, if you took out a loan of that amount of money, why not just go ahead and take some of that money and move the hell out of that house and let Ralph stay there? And y'all just drop them kids off over there, and you going back home when it's his time for the kids. And when it's your time for the kids, then let them be over there with you. You should have got that money to move the hell out of there and let him just have that house. This staying in the basement shit and you staying up in the main part of the house is so fucking stupid. Like, they are arguing over shit they should not. Both of you guys are millionaires by right. Get the hell out of there and move out to keep all of this mess down that you guys got going on. Ralph is so fixated on trying to get back at Drew, and Drew is doing shit behind the scenes and then on TV crying, acting like she's the victim. I'm sick of both of them, to be honest with you. I really am. Drew, you are not innocent in this situation. And if you're out here doing some fake fraudulent bullshit with the LLCs and switching up and going to different states and opening up loans and putting the shit in there and making Ralph have to be accountable for things that you continue to open up, yeah, you should be held accountable for that. You should. You sitting on TV talking about some, oh, it's fucked up that you don't want the, case to be sealed. She wanted to be sealed because she didn't want people to know that her ass was out here on the bullshit. That's what it was. Then that fake ass crying and victim mess that she be playing. Now I'm really starting to see you. And I don't even ever want to say I ever agree with Ralph on anything. But in this situation right here, that's fucked up. It is. You created more debt that you didn't even have to create. For what? What you needed money for? Because you get paid well on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You get paid very well. In addition to you having your side businesses, in addition to you doing acting roles and things like that. You've been doing some acting roles. You were in a movie with Candy and some other things that you're doing. Y'all saw her in the TLC movie. She has some other things, that small roles that she's doing like on Tubi and stuff like that too. So I'm not sure why she is out here just doing that. Creating all these LLCs and LLCs and LLCs and creating loans and it. Girl. That's not a good look, Drew. That's just not a good look. Shout out to Simone Redwine, child, for putting that business out there. Let's move on, child, because Lord. Ralph is getting ready to do a podcast and talk about all this shit. And I just knew it. That's why he didn't want to seal, because he wanted to be able to run his mouth and make a bag off of exposing Drew. And that's exactly what he's getting ready to do. As you guys can see here, it says that the world has seen the act, and now it's time to tell my truth. You can't deport me, is what Ralph is saying to Drew. So he's getting ready to do a podcast telling all of their business. I'll be watching because I'm nosy. I will be watching because his ass is fucking annoying. And if you want to tell your business, who am I not to listen? I will be listening, and I'm going to come right back here and talk about it and probably play it right on over here. And yes, I will review it and all. Let's get into what he's saying, because now that you guys heard what Drew been up to, child, this is what Ralph has to say.
I'm saying things that I could not say before while we were a unit and together. But now that we're going through this divorce, you can't deport me, baby. I'm talking my talk.
There. Let it know. You got to tell it all.
I'm saying things that I could not say before while we were a unit and together. But now that we're going through this divorce, you can't deport me, baby. I'm talking my talk.
All right, so Ralph is like Martell. Ralph is really upset because Drew is really going through with this divorce. I think he thought they were just going to get mad and have a little brief separation and then come back together. He wasn't expecting Drew to go through with this divorce, all right? But she is still wanting to go through the divorce. So now he is being bitter and mad and you know, on his get back. So now he's getting ready to start doing the same shit Martell was doing to Melody when Mel said, no, I'm not coming back. I'm really going through with this divorce. So now Ralph is like, I'm about to do a podcast and I'm about to tell all your fucking business. So Drew, if you were smart enough, you go get a gag order on him and say, hey, you cannot speak on anything as related to me, our children, our business, the court case, none of that. Okay. If you're smart like that, stop all that damn crying and go down there and handle your damn business. All right. But as you guys can see, it's giving the both of them are on their get back, and the world is watching, and I'm watching as well. And I'm gonna be right here, and I'm gonna do a whole video about the shit. So Ralph, go ahead and make it very, very juicy and tell all the business, okay? Yes, honey, tell all the business. If you're gonna tell it, then you gotta tell it all. And I'm gonna be right here listening. All right, and y'all gonna hear about it too, because I'm gonna go live. All right, let's move on. Now let's get into some Basketball Wives shenanigans. Them two, Lord. I love a little mess, I guess, child. I love a little mess. We're going to talk about it and all of the things right here on my show. All right, so let's get into Jackie Christie, because y'all know she sat down with Reality with the King, child, the chipmunk, Carlos King, and said that Malaysia Pargo, as you guys remember Malaysia from Basketball Wives, reacts to Jackie Christie's Mount Rushmores of Basketball Wives. So Jackie is doing an interview, and Malaysia's name is brought up. Y'all know Malaysia quit the show once it was revealed that she and Jamal Bryant were seeing each other, and that he purchased a house for her in Atlanta, at which the house has now gone into foreclosure. For those of you that don't know, let me tell the business. Jamal Bryant allegedly purchased a house for Malaysia and her children because her baby daddy, okay, Gennaro Pargo, won't help and take care of his kids. Okay, y'all know he's a basketball player. And he won't take care of his kids and paying Malaysia child support and the support he was supposed to be paying. So Malaysia went out here and started dating Jamal, honey, and giving up that little wop, allegedly, and getting a little money on the side. And whatever she was doing a good job, because he went out here and purchased a house for her in Atlanta. So the house has gone into foreclosure, and Malaysia had to up and move out of there. Not sure where she's staying now, because she used to stay out in LA. So from LA to Atlanta, not sure where she is, but at the end of the day, she's not back on Basketball anymore, because Basketball Wives anymore, because Jennifer Williams, who is out here with her fraudulent new husband, decided to put that business out there about Malaysia and Jamal Bryant in this damn house situation. So Malaysia was embarrassed, quit the show, and so other people are saying they want Malaysia back on the show. I don't care if she come or go. I really don't, to be honest with you. I don't care if Malaysia is on the show or not. But let's get into what Jackie had to say.
When it comes to Basketball Wives, who would Jackie Christie put as the Mount Rushmore of Basketball Wives ladies? There's 4 people, and you're also able to include yourself, obviously. So
5.
It's 4, right? No, it's 4.
Oh, it's only 4.
You can include yourself and give me 3 others, but it's your decision. But you are able to include yourself.
Okay.
So the Mount Rushmore, it means like the greatest Basketball Wives stars of all time. Who are those 4 ladies, Jackie Christie?
Oh my God. For me, it would have to be myself, Drea, Tammy, and not in that order, just all of us. And myself, Drea, Tammy. I mean, it's kind of like a toss-up. If I could have 5, it would be Chantel and Evelyn.
Okay. That's not a bad Mount Rushmore.
Even though me and Evelyn go head to head.
But you're fair.
You know what I mean?
You're
when
fair.
We're good, me and that bitch is good. But when we not, we not. And right now, I'm not going to say if we are or not. But look, I have no anger towards anybody. And just to be fair, callers, I think everybody that's ever been on Basketball Wives have brought something different. It has been amazing. It's always hard when you got to narrow it down, but when you really look at the icons in your eyes and who you feel made a great impact in that is unforgettable. And those moments, you know, me and Drea with the little demon and all that we would go through, that love-hate thing. Me and Shani, I've always told people Shani is she doesn't even know how talented she is, but on top of that, she's so real when it comes to reality TV. It's raw. And it ain't just because she's my daughter, it's Shani, and she's just got the package. People will see. And then
Jackie, why you don't have the same energy for your other daughter, the dark skinned one that you never talk about, that the book was written about? Okay, that she said you just kind of threw her to the side and left her with your mama while you chased fame and chased Doug all around the place while he was playing in the NBA. Why you don't ever talk about your other daughter? We never hear about her, but you always talk about Shani like she is just this God's gift to the world. You got other kids that we don't hear about. You always just praise Shani. Like, what is it about her? And you don't ever mention or shout out to your other daughter. Like, why not? That's weird.
You got, Tammy, of course, that's hands down. I mean, this is the real world. This is somebody that's been around for I don't know how long. And then, you even with the Evelyn situation, I mean, she's had moments, but then there's so many other ladies that have brought things. Malaysia's great. I always say Malaysia's fantastic, and I'm not leaving her out, but I'm saying if you're looking at the raw, the boldness, the this, that, Malaysia's more my soft teddy bear, but she'll get in your ass if you come at her wrong. Don't get it wrong.
We saw the roller rink.
There it is. Oh, Malaysia's not that one, but I'm looking at that. The loud.
No, what you mean.
That.
It's like the most impactful.
Yeah.
I
would have to say that.
When it comes to Basketball Wives, who would Jackie Christie put as the Mount Rushmore?
All right, so y'all heard that. So Jackie gave her a rundown of who she thinks. Malaysia, as you guys can see down here in the white, she responds by saying the shade of it all, but you're my biggest cheerleader at Jackie Christie. What y'all think? So that's what Malaysia had to say. So it's given that she might not have been feeling what Jackie had to say in this particular sit down with Carlos King. All right. But if you guys want to hear the entire interview, you can go over on Carlos King, Reality with the King. I don't care enough. All right. Moving on, though. I don't care enough. So Adrienne Balon, honey, Adrienne Balon, is talking about what she had to do when she got ready to marry her husband. Okay. Y'all know her husband is gospel artist out here. He was in a little controversy because word on the street was he was married when she started seeing him. It was a little situation, a little overlapping, if you will. Okay. She is married to, what's the man's name? What's his name? Idris? No, not Idris. What's the man's name? Light skin, play the guitar. Well, I can't remember his name. Oh my God. Anyway, hold on. Shit. Let me go. I can't remember his name and it's irritating me. Adrienne. Hold on, I'm about to tell you. Balon's. Hold on. He's a gospel artist, and I like his music. Israel Houghton. There we go. Yeah. Israel Houghton. So y'all know she's married to Israel Houghton. Okay. They've been married for some years. They adopted a baby boy. But she talks about, okay, how she had to set up a hidden camera to catch her husband cheating. My thing is this. It sounds like y'all have some trust issues. If you got to do all that to be with somebody, girl, it's better to be by yourself. I'm just saying. I ain't about to set up no fucking cameras to see if somebody's cheating. If I have an inkling that the shit is happening, it's time to pack your shit and go. This is 2025. Women are out here doing their thing. Listen, it's a whole heap of men out there you can be with. You're a beautiful girl. You can't sing too good, but you're a beautiful girl. Girl. She's always had relationship issues because the guy that she was supposed to be married to before Israel, that situation didn't work out, who she was engaged to. So I don't know what it is about her. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's her damn attitude or something. But let's get into what she had to say. All right. Y'all know who Israel Houghton is. I like him. He has really good gospel music too.
Before Adrienne Balon decided to marry her husband, Israel Houghton, the former talk show host admits she set up cameras in his house to make sure he wasn't cheating on her. Adrienne says after she set up the video cameras and realized he wasn't cheating, it prompted her to marry him after 6 months of dating. The couple has now been married over 8 years. Before Adrienne Balon decided to marry her husband.
They had this huge wedding in Paris. I remember when they got married because they got married in Paris because I do follow her. And I think I follow Israel. I might have to see. I don't remember. But anyway, so yeah, my thing is this. How you get them is how you lose them. See, you came into that thing nervous that he was cheating on you, but weren't you seeing him behind his wife's back, his ex-wife's back? See what I mean? You want him to you holding him to a different regard when it comes to you, but not realizing that he did not finish his situation over here with his wife before you got with him. So he was double dipping a little bit. He was double dipping, and then you wanted to try to make things a solid situation, not understanding that you were kind of in the way a little bit. You didn't wait until Israel, who's supposed to be this gospel singer, this praise worshiper or whatever over there, Joel Osteen's church. Go figure. You didn't sit back and wait until he finished his situation before you jumped in, but then you didn't trust him all the way either. If you got to be setting up cameras all over his house, hidden cameras to be exact, to see if he's bringing women in there when you're not around. So it's given that you're gonna be like Michael Jackson, honey, looking over your shoulder, honey, every time you're not around this man because you don't really trust him. So because you ain't see no women coming up in there, don't mean that he won't cheat. He could have been at another location that you didn't have no fucking cameras up. Because if it's in him, if he did it to you, he gonna do it with somebody else. It's in him. What's in you will come out of you. Okay. I'm gonna say it again. What's in you will come out of you eventually. So just understand, if women need to think about that. If you feel like you got to be out here taking a man from his wife, understand how you get him is how you lose him. Period. And don't be mad when another woman come up and through there and take your man. But it really ain't your man anyway because you stole him from the wife. But come up in there and take your man and make you feel the same way that the other woman had to feel. It's enough men out there for everybody. So I don't know. She stayed crying though. That irritates me. Like every time you ask her something, she starts something deep. She started all that damn crying. Let me play it one more time for the people.
Israel Houghton, the former talk show host, admits she set up cameras in his house to make sure he wasn't cheating on her. Adrienne says after she set up the video cameras and realized he wasn't cheating, it prompted her to marry him after 6 months of dating. The couple has now been married over 8 years. Before Adrienne Balon decided to marry,
they dated 6 months. And within that time, he still wasn't done with his marriage to his ex-wife. But hey, that's what it is, child. That's what it is. They're still married 8 years after. They have adopted a cute little baby, too, cute little boy. And they're doing well, I guess. Okay, we ain't heard nothing in the news about them. Y'all know I think she was a cheater girl, too. Adrienne was a cheater girl, but I did not like how that whole situation happened with the girl that play on Power, how they were treating her in the group, because I read up on that, too. I didn't like how they treated her because she was the darker complected one, but word on the street was she could sing better than you. Okay, yeah, old girl from Power. Okay, Tariq Mama off Power. Y'all remember she was a cheater girl in the group with Adrienne and the other girl that had the little list. Her. But yeah, so so Adrienne, yeah, you wasn't that girl like that. You were just a pretty girl in the group, but you know, I don't know. Let's move on. I don't care no more, child. Good luck on your marriage, I guess. So let's get into the next topic, okay? Shout out to Vibe Magazine, because this brother here about to go off. It's so weird to me how people feel like they can just use the N-word all willy-nilly and don't get cussed out. In this situation, okay, Mark Lamont Hill did not hold back during a tense moment on a recent episode of Piers Morgan Uncensored when the conversation took a racially insensitive turn. Now, Piers Morgan is telling someone on the panel that it's okay for them to say and or use the N-word, at which it sparked some anger and aggravation from Mark Lamont Hill, and he snaps off. Let's get into it, child, because I said I know that shit right. You don't be sitting up here being no comfortable to just use the N-word all willy-nilly around me, and I'm the only black person on the panel. Like, now I feel a little attack right here. Let's go.
People can say things to white people all the time and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
go
not
on then,
have
say
free
it. Say
You
the
will
M-
not have
Go on,
free
say
speech.
go on. Say the M word. Go on.
I'm
no,
not
no,
ashamed.
no, no, hang
Don't
on.
invite. No. We don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Piers. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's
Mark, I hear
racist,
you.
and I don't want to invite
Mark,
a racial harm to me.
I
to
hear
prove
you. I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you all very much.
Why would he think that that's
say things to white people?
Why would Piers Morgan think that it's okay that Mark Lamont Hill, being the only black person on this panel, for him to tell the other white people on this panel that it is okay for them to just go ahead and say, it's all right, just go ahead and say the N-word, it's all right? Under what rule? Under what rule? I get why he snapped off on their ass. I get it. And that was very, very wrong and very disrespectful for Piers Morgan to do that shit. All right. People just have the audacity. I keep saying people are getting bolder as the years go by, as we get closer into what is it? What did we this is 2025, child. People are getting bolder where they feel like they can just say stuff like that and nothing can happen to them. You're inciting violence, sir. That's what you're doing, because he can cuss everybody out on this damn panel, and he done called you Uncle Tom
all the time, and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
go
not
on then,
have
say it. Say
you
the
will
M-
not have
go on,
free
say
speech.
go on, say the M word. Go on.
No.
Hang
Don't
on.
invite. No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here, you and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Piers. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you all very much.
I'm gonna say this. I don't give a fuck about no freedom of speech. It will never, ever be okay, ever in life or the one to come, for another person that is not of black race to say and or call someone and or use the N-word around me and be comfortable. Even though I don't even see or I don't even see myself as being the N-word. I don't use that as it relates to myself. I don't see that. If somebody called me the N-word, yeah, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. But I don't reference myself as being that, because the N-word definitely means ignorant. That's what they used to call us back then. They thought that all black people were ignorant. They thought the black people were ignorant. So for a white person to call a black person that's ignorant. Just like for someone else to call like a Mexican person, to call them, y'all know the word that they use, okay? They don't like to be called like a wetback. Okay, that's like calling a black person the N-word. All right, white people don't like to be called like cracker. They don't like to be called that shit. So why is it okay for you to sit on a panel and tell someone who is Caucasian to call the only black person on the panel the N-word? That's very, very disrespectful, and that's wrong. He should have snapped off like he did. He should have cussed everybody's ass out on that fucking panel. Period. Because the one over there in the red right here, and this one right here, the two Beckys, they were laughing when he went off. But I bet you didn't say that shit. I bet you didn't let that N-word fly out your mouth. Yeah, you laughed about that shit, but you didn't let that N-word fly out. That's what you didn't do, because you know better. Okay? And people are getting bold. I saw a lady in the grocery store. An older white lady, older kind of chunky white lady, okay? And she said the N-word. She called a black woman, okay, who told her, say it again. And I'm gonna light that. I'm gonna light that ass up. And that white woman said, "You in," called it, and put that ER on the end. That's when you know they mean it. Okay, that's when you know they mean it, when they say the N-word and they add that ER to the end. That black lady, baby, she let them fists rain down on her ass, something serious, and the white lady was like this on the floor, honey. I said, "See, I do not promote violence, but." You kind of deserved it a little bit. You kind of did. All right. I don't want to see nobody getting beat up and stuff like that. I don't promote that on my show in any way, shape, or form. But you cannot be out here calling people out of their name and calling people the N-word. Somebody saw it, said they saw that. She just said it again. Say it again. And she said it and added that ER and held on to that a little bit too long. Baby, before she knew it, honey, her lips was getting tore up over there. That lady was all over her head. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Oh. A few of those too. Oh, damn. Okay. It was that. She got her ass tore up. I said, I bet she won't say that shit no more out loud. Okay. They'll say it when they get home. They won't say that shit out loud. All right, let's get into Eddie Griffin. I don't think I've ever talked about him on my show before. So let's get into Eddie Griffin. I like him. He is funny as hell. For those of you that don't, well, for those of you that watch comedy, okay, if you watch stand-up comedy, if you've never watched Eddie Griffin, he is funny as hell. All right. He cuss a lot, but we grown. If you can look past that, I don't let stuff like that, because sometimes I cuss. It is what it is. We grown. All right. But yeah, he does cuss a lot, for those of you that can take it. I just kind of look past it and look for the joke. Okay, a lot of people like, oh my God, his language. But Eddie Griffin goes off on Jay-Z and the NFL over Shedeur Sanders. All right, so he snaps off. Let's get into it. So comedian Eddie Griffin has some words for Jay-Z and the NFL regarding Shedeur Sanders. Let's go.
Good old boy owning ass motherfuckers, Jay-Z included. You too. You should have pulled some strings in the back and got that pick in the first goddamn round. He's top 5 in the whole motherfucking college league, and this motherfucker gonna go 144th to Cleveland. Cleveland already got 4, so now they got 5 quarterbacks. It don't make no fucking sense. What, are you gonna come off the bench or some shit? And now I think Cleveland made a smart move by picking him, because now they can trade him for some more picks to next year's draft. So I think that's the move Cleveland making, but yeah, y'all full of shit. All you motherfuckers, y'all full of shit. I know what you're doing. You're trying to teach his daddy Deion Sanders a lesson, because he turned that whole Colorado motherfucking college program around by himself. And y'all mad because the top prospects coming out of high school want to play for Deion, not the good old boy white coaches and shit at Ohio, Nebraska, and Texas, and A&M and all that shit. So that's what y'all doing. Y'all trying to smack him up. Y'all ain't shit. I ain't watching no more NFL. Fuck all you motherfuckers. And the Raiders, y'all need a goddamn quarterback. What the fuck was y'all thinking? You good old boy owning ass motherfuckers.
How good old boy owning ass mother effers. Damn. Baby, he went in, didn't he? I agree. Jay-Z, you could have pulled some strings, because Jay-Z, you behind the scenes and all this bullshit. You behind the Super Bowl, you behind the NFL and all that. You got strings that you could have said, hey, all right, now this is your door. This is your door now. Why is he down here in the 5th round pick, getting picked at 144th? No. Get him up here. Y'all done fucked up his money and everything because you're mad at his daddy, and I ain't like that. I'm still heated a little bit about that. I'm still mad about it, but it's all right. I'm going to get me a good margarita probably the day or tomorrow, and I ain't going to think about this shit no more. But anywho and anyway, that's what Eddie Griffin had to say. All right, moving on now. All right, so this situation right here, this is what we get talking about, y'all, the N-word and folk acting out of order. This shit here, y'all going to be like, oh, hell no. I know y'all about to go off in the chat, but this next subject, child, I know y'all about to go off. Get your fingers ready to start typing, because I know y'all about to go off with this right here. Now, a Black South Carolina woman is followed and hit in the face by an elderly white man. Now, he was wrong. He came up to her car. Obviously, she was sitting in her car. I'm just giving y'all a little, update. So she was sitting in her car. He followed her, and she was going to work. I think she was going to work, and he jumps out of his car, and he's being like a little aggressive towards her, and she snaps on his ass. As she should. All right. Says that a video has gone viral that shows an elderly South Carolina man accused of committing a racially motivated attack against Jasmine Thomas, a 25-year-old Black hospice caregiver. It says that John Rosso, who is 79 years old, was charged with a misdemeanor assault and battery in the 3rd degree on April the 28th after following Thomas to work and striking her multiple times. All right. Let's get into it, child, because he was out of order.
In the door. Don't come banging on my window. Do not shut up. Bang the fuck, man. Listen.
You come out here. I don't care.
You ain't gonna do shit. You better get your racist ass. Man, get your. Watch this. Go ahead. You done lost your mind. You better go on somewhere. Before I knock you out. I'm not playing. Don't come banging on my window. Do you understand me? Don't come back in on my window. No, he just came, Josh. No, he just came.
You get
all right. I'm telling you.
Why he slammed her door back like that? I would have been like, excuse me. I would have snapped on his ass too.
No, because like I'm wrong. You just hit me. Call him, because I got it on camera. Call him.
Okay.
Now, y'all hear this? Now, he went up to her car. He followed her, went up to her car and was aggressive towards her. And then out of his mouth, I'm calling the police. What you calling the police for? This is what they be doing. Why are you the aggressor and then you're calling the police on her when you followed her, slammed her door when she opened her door? Why are you even at her car? Why are you even following her? Let's continue.
What's wrong with you?
Step over to
What's wrong with you? And I'm finna call the police. You done lost your mind.
In the door.
Don't. It's on record. Hit me, and I'm gonna knock your old self out. Hit me.
You did a good job.
Hit me. Hit me. No, he just came up. You got me messed up. Let me get his tag number. You going to jail.
Look at him.
You going to jail.
They holding him back like he want to
You
fight.
going to jail. You're going to jail. He just came up to my car. Josh, he literally just came up to my car and hit me while I'm in my. Look at your camera. Look at your camera. Look at your camera. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. Bye. He is racist. You got me messed up.
You're going to accept it. I don't spill it.
It's on record. Hit me and I'm going to knock your old self out.
All I hear is like 3 loud knocks, y'all. The knocks were so loud. Now it's like every time I hear something loud, it's kind of traumatizing because it's like, what is it like, you know? Every time I close my eyes, I think about him. I see him in my head every time I close my eyes. It's like.
She was here to care for my dad like she's been doing for an entire year.
And Josh and Meredith coming outside.
So we felt it was important to make sure that we know that this story is Jazzy's story, not ours.
Thank God for Josh and Meredith. You know, they can say all day long they're not going to make it about them. It's about us, because had they wouldn't have been here, no telling how far it would have escalated, you know, or what could have possibly happened.
Data from the American Nurses Association and National Nurses United shows, sadly, that violence against those in healthcare is not uncommon. Among some of the stats, National Nurses United said just over 80% of nurses reported experiencing violence in its 2023 report.
All I hear is like 3 loud knocks, y'all. The knocks were so loud. Now it's like every time I hear something loud, it's kind of traumatizing because it's like.
Thankfully, the people that she was working for, in terms of, because she's a hospice nurse, she was going there to take care of the white couple that you guys saw, their father. Thank God they were there. They had a camera that captured all of the craziness that happened out front of their house. But this white man, 79-year-old John Rossi, followed her. She was going to her job to go take care of a hospice patient, and he followed her and proceeded to attack her and use racial slurs as well. And as you guys can see, he kept getting in her face. He was the aggressor clearly in this situation, but he was charged with misdemeanor assault and battery in the 3rd degree. All right. He should be locked up. I don't give a damn if you are 79. If you bold enough to follow somebody this day and age, child, in 2025, you don't know what this girl would have been sitting on. You don't know if she had a pow in her car. And that goes for anybody else. Don't be walking up to somebody else's car, being aggressive, grabbing on their door handle, trying to open their door. Baby, they have every right to defend themselves. This man was wrong on every single level. And the fact that he, like I said, did, let's go back to the first screen right here, to the first video. Let's open the door.
Don't come banging on my.
Now he followed her and gonna tell her, open the door. Why are you even at her fucking door? It says, imagine being on the way to work and being followed to your job because the color of your skin, then assaulted. Okay. Hashtag racism still exists. Hashtag awareness. Hashtag Aiken, South Carolina. So this was in Aiken, South Carolina, where this happened. All right.
Window. Do not shut up. Bag the fuck. Man, listen.
You come out here. I don't care.
You ain't gonna do shit. You better get your racist ass. Man, get your. Watch this. Go ahead. You done lost your mind. You better go on somewhere before I knock you out. I'm not playing. Don't come banging on my window. Do you understand me? Don't come banging on my window.
He's telling her, you're not supposed to be here. How do you know where she's supposed to be? How do you know where she's supposed to be? You're not supposed to be here. Who the fuck are you to tell me where I'm supposed to be? She's going to work to earn a bag. Where your ass supposed to be? What nursing home let you out?
No, he just came, Josh. No, he just came.
You get
all right.
He's telling her, you get your ass on from here. No, you get your ass on from here. She's at work. Why are you there? Because you're trespassing. Do you know those people's houses that you're standing on their lawn attacking another person, that you're not even supposed to fucking be there?
I'm telling you. No.
So now he feels like because these white people are coming out of the house, that now he can further harass this woman, not knowing that she know them, and she's coming there to work for them in order to take care of their father. Thank God they were there to intervene and be a witness to this racial bullshit that's going on right here.
Like I'm wrong. You just hit me. Call them, because I got it on camera.
Now he's calling the police when he didn't hurt.
Okay.
Now he calling the police when he hit her. Now 9 times out of 10, you calling the police when you assaulted her. That means you're gonna lie and switch the story to try to make it look like she was the aggressor to have her arrested because you don't want her in the neighborhood. That's what it is. This shit happens all the time. We've seen this so many times.
What's wrong with you?
Step over to
What's wrong with you? And I'm finna call the police. You done lost your mind.
Open the door.
Don't come.
Yeah, so y'all see that. You can put in the chat what you guys think. He was very bold for that. We're almost done, guys. What time is it? 10:45. All right, so let's get into this. Angela Oakley. Some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. Let's get into it. We about done, child. I didn't realize my show was this damn long. I just be pulling topics, child. I'm like, Jesus. So Angela Oakley says that the entire cast might come for her at the reunion for season 16, you guys. So yeah, y'all know there's been a lot of stuff going on. She's not a fan favorite of Portia. She and Portia been going back and forth because Angela Oakley's been taken up for Drew Sidora, who everybody knows that Portia is not seeing it for this season. So yeah, let's get into what she had to say in this interview. So it says Angela Oakley is getting ready for the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion and says that she's bracing herself for a potential pile-on from the cast. All right, so she says in an interview, says that Angela Oakley admitted that she doesn't feel like she has a solid ally on the show right now, aside from Drew Sidora, who brought her into the group. It says that still, she says that she genuinely enjoys all the women and hopes that she has more support than she thinks. It says that Angela also teased some unresolved tension with Phaedra Parks, revealing that something goes down in the finale that she needs to clear up with her. It goes on to say that with just 7 episodes left, that Angela says that the season is flying by, but warned that these ladies better think twice before coming for her in the finale. That means, baby, she already. You better think twice, okay? She gonna pop off on your ass like that lady we just watched. All right, do it. So you got to be like that at the reunion.
It's not just your first season, it's going to be your first reunion as well. And just like you said, like there's filming the season and watching it, but the reunion is a whole nother beast. Going into it, who in your cast do you want to address the most, or get to the bottom of anything? And is there also someone in your cast that you're worried that might be coming for you?
I think all of them are going to come for me. I don't feel like I have any allies. I hope that I'm wrong, with the exception of Drew. I hope that I'm wrong. I don't see any inroads to saying, hey, Angela may have been right. Like, I don't see any inroads to support. And so I don't know if that's going to show up. However, I only have my intentions on clearing up some things that happen at the finale. And that happens with Phaedra when she comes. So they can come for me. I'll just be blocking and blah, 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 blah.
Well, Angela, it's not just your first season. It's going to be your first reunion as
Because you and Portia ended on a good note at Cynthia's party. So something else happens in the second half of the season.
I feel like she tagged in help.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
Do you feel like it's a little bit of like rookie hazing?
Well, it's more than one rookie. You know what I mean? Like, why do I need all of the hazing? It's more than one rookie. I thought I was walking into a group of, I don't know, I guess I thought we was going to have tea and go shopping and talk about our children, talk about our marriages and our businesses. But no, so you see me slow walking and learning at the same time, like, oh, this is what we're doing. So it took me a while to catch up. But once I found out what we were doing, I was ready.
Okay.
Because you and Portia ended on a good note at Cynthia's party.
So it's safe to say that despite it not being what you expected and it being a little tougher, no regrets. And if they'll ask you, you'll come back for season 2?
We have 7 more episodes to go. Let's see what happens in these episodes.
Are Kelly and Britt going to beef at all? Because we see a little something in the trailer.
Their beef was so good. It was so funny. I was just eating popcorn like, I love it. Give me more.
Whose side were you on?
And I'm not just, it was just good to me. I mean, enough of me. Let's talk about Kelly and Britt. So they, it surprised me, but I will say it's very entertaining.
Were you on a side, Britt or Kelly's?
Of course, I was on a side.
Okay.
Kelly, you can go wrong. Kelly, we love you.
So it's safe to say that despite it not being what you expected and it being a little tougher, no regrets. And if they'll ask you, you'll come back for season 2.
We have 7 more episodes to go.
All right. So as you guys can see, they got 7 more episodes to go. She's gonna have a big run-in with Phaedra at the finale of the show. All right, which is the episode right before the reunion. We're gonna see what that's giving, because y'all know Phaedra got a little slick mouth. She always have a little slick shade. So you know she is supposed to be freaking frack. She is friends with Portia, so you know she's coming on here already gonna have an alliance with Portia. So I'm pretty sure Portia already done briefed her on. Don't fool with Angela Oakley, because I ain't fooling with her ever since I got caught saying I'm gonna sleep with her husband. Because you know she said it. Even though she lied and said, I ain't say that. I don't know what you're talking about. But then came back and apologized for saying, yeah, I said it. I was just joking. Portia, you lied, girl. So, girl, it would be up and stuck from there. I would not fool with Portia's ass no more, because who can trust a person like that? All right. But Angela Oakley, like I said, great look. I like that dress. That's a beautiful dress. All right. But she is coming through this season, and she is the girls are girling, and she is giving what she needs to give this season. They're saying, hey, she's really almost a fan favorite. They like her more than they like Portia, and I think that's why Portia is feeling a certain type of way and targeted her in terms of saying she could sleep with Charles Oakley. Child, you know Charles do not want your ass, Portia, or maybe he might. Okay, Portia's not a bad looking girl after all her surgeries, but you know, at the end of the day, honey, Angela Oakley is the wife, and Angela Oakley is serving this season. So we're gonna see what the hell is gonna be going on and what they gonna have to say at the reunion. I hope they don't go after her too bad, okay? Because y'all know they go for the juggler at the reunion. So, girl, you better come in there with your fighting gloves on and be ready to get your clapbacks on, okay? Don't be in there. And shout out to Sweet Tea, baby. I love you, Sweet Tea. You know I love you down, but I feel like you got to get your reads up, honey, at the reunion, honey. You got to get your reads up at the reunion, because that's when everything goes down. If you don't read throughout the show, baby, you better read at the reunion. And that's just what it's better. Ooh, Lord, you better read at the reunion, honey, because they're going to be on your ass. They're going to be on your ass, all right? And Phaedra going to be there, too. Phaedra and Portia. You know Portia got a little slick mouth, too. Portia got a little slick mouth, too. So don't get up there with that crying and shit. I want to see right here. Bring this with you to the reunion that we talked about earlier. This shit right here. Bring that shit to the reunion, all right? That's what you need. Moving on, girl. All right. Okay, so this is going to be our last and final topic, okay? Last topic, honey, last topic. Those of y'all out there in the dating world, this shit here going to be funny. But we're gonna end this one with a bang, all right? Yes, honey, you're going to bring them hands to the reunion just in case, because Portia like to fight too. So depending on what you say, honey, she might fly over there. You better be on ready. Sit on the edge of your seat. Don't sit all the way back at the reunion, honey, because you got to be on ready for anything. All right, so a caller from New York spilled all the details about her partner asking her for the analana. Okay, y'all can read it on my screen for the back door. And said that the ending will leave your jaw on the floor. Now, you got a lot of women in relationships, okay? We're going to end the show with this. We have a lot of women in relationships that compromise for their man or for their woman in hopes of trying to keep the relationship, okay? Kind of like Ray J and Princess, how I told you guys how Princess was saying that she was having threesomes with Ray J and she didn't want to. She felt nasty, but she did it in order to save her marriage. Yeah, no, he's never going to be satisfied, because if you did it one time, you're going to have to do it again, because that is what he has an appetite for. Now, this woman on this particular platform that's talking, she conformed to some things that her man wanted as well. And let's get into it, because y'all going to be like, I know you lying.
I think the red flag is like guys that overly ask for anal or like want to do anal with girls. But in one of my earlier relationships, like one day I was on my cycle. So my partner at the time, he was talking to me about anal. But this is like the 11th conversation we had about it. One day we're out and about and this guy like walks up to us, but daps him up. And as he daps him up, he said, "You need AstroGuard for that team too." But I'm a girly girl, so I'm thinking they talking about like the Raptors or the Lakers or like a touchdown or something. But my intuition was like, go through his phone. So I get the opportunity to go through his phone, and it was just like ass everywhere, like boy ass, girl ass, big ass, little ass. It was just
the range. Hey man, he ain't give a
But I think the red flag is like guys that overly ask for anal or like want to do anal with girls. But in one of my earlier relationships, like,
Now let's go back to your situation. So when you went through his phone and found that out, what happened next?
Are you gonna laugh at me?
No.
Y'all already, why they lying? First of all, y'all already was laughing. She's like, y'all gonna laugh at me? Bitch, y'all already laughing. Lying asses. She trying to warm up to y'all and tell y'all, pour out her heart, and they just laughing their ass off.
I don't believe you. This doesn't feel like a safe space right now.
What can we do to make it a safe place?
Don't laugh.
Okay, we got you. Promise you.
We had a threesome with a guy.
Fuck out of here.
Now y'all are not saying anything. Like,
Now let's go back to your situation. So when you went through his phone and found that out, what happened next?
Are you gonna laugh at me?
No.
I don't believe you. This doesn't feel like a safe space right now.
What can we do to make it a safe place?
Don't laugh.
Okay, we got you. Promise you.
We had a threesome with a guy.
Listen.
Now y'all are not saying anything. Like,
Now let's go back to your situation.
So y'all heard it there. Let's go back to the first part, just in case you didn't get it.
It's like one day I was on my cycle. So my partner at the time, he was talking to me about anal. But this is like the 11th conversation we had about it. One day we're out and about, and
11 conversations about doing that is a lot. Okay, one is a lot. But when 11 times talking about coming through the back door, that's a lot. Okay,
this guy like walks up to us, but daps him up. And as he daps him up, he said, "You need Astroglide for that team too." But I'm a girly girl, so I'm thinking they talking about like the Raptors or the Lakers or like a touchdown or something. But my intuition was like, go through his phone. So I get the opportunity to go through his phone, and it was just like ass everywhere, like boy ass, girl ass, big ass, little ass. It was just
the range.
Hey. See, now they're not supposed to be laughing, mind you. Okay, white boy kicked it off. Okay, white boy kicked off the laughing, and then everybody else just died after that. Ma'am, I'm sorry to inform you that your man is, a little bi or maybe gay there, girl, okay? I think he's using you as a beard, okay? That's what he's doing. He's using you as a beard, girl, and I think he plays for the other team, girl. He's here with it. Emphasis on the broke wrist, though, okay? Yeah.
Hey, man, he ain't give a...
But I think the red flag is like guys that overly ask for anal or like want to do anal with girls. But in one of my earlier relationships, like one day I was on my cycle. So my partner at the time, he was talking to me about anal. But this is like the 11th conversation we had about it. One day we're out and about, and this guy like walks up to us, but daps him up. And as he daps him up, he said, "You need Astroglide for that team too."
All right, so let's go to the next one.
And so when you went through his phone and found that out, what happened next?
Are you gonna laugh at me?
No.
Already laughing.
I don't believe you. This doesn't feel like a safe space right now.
What can we do to make it a safe place?
Don't laugh.
Okay, we got you. Promise you.
We had a threesome with a guy. Now y'all are not saying anything. Like,
Now let's go back to your situation. So when you...
Yeah, so that's something that you got to look out for. That's something you got to look out for in relationships. And not trying to tell nobody what they should do in the bedroom. You do whatever you feel needs to do, that you should do in order to please your mate. Because some people are extra freaky like that. I'm not into that shit. Y'all can have it, okay? I ain't me. Yeah, but it's given that she was in a situation or relationship or situationship with this individual who apparently liked me and he was undercover. So you got to watch that in 2025, honey, because you got a lot of men out here who are not ready to come out of the closet that will date women as beards in order to cover up for what they really like. Now, when she saw this other individual out in public, this guy, and her man dapped him up and he made that comment, that should have been all you needed to know. That should have been all you needed to know. But when you cannot read between the lines, honey, and be like, hold up, that don't sound right there. Okay? What you know about some Astroglide? What you talking about some damn Astroglide with him for? Okay? Because that's what they use. What you need to be talking about some damn Astroglide with his ass for? At the end of the day, I'm not going to ever, and I keep saying it, women, stop compromising. Stop compromising. No, hell no. You bringing somebody else in the bedroom, that's not good anyway. Because then what if they come in and do some shit better than you, and then your spouse or significant other don't want you no more? They want them because they extra freakier than you. So that's a dangerous game. That is a dangerous game. F that. And then it's a lot of diseases and shit. I'd be scared of that, child. I can't get with that. Okay, I can't get with that. So you got to watch that. You got to watch that. Pay attention to the signs, especially those of you that are still out here trying to be dating people. Look for the signs. Look for the signs. If they're asking to be in the back door a lot, they might have something else going on. That might be something they really like, and you just ain't caught it yet. I'm trying to be clean when I say this shit for YouTube's sake. You just ain't caught it yet. You ain't caught on yet. If that's all he's asking you for most of the time when you guys want to be intimate, his wrist might be broke. And you know what I mean when I say that shit. So you better look for signs. Okay, you better look for signs out there when you're dating, because especially if you're in Atlanta, San Francisco, Miami, I'm just naming out the places that have very, very high STD rates. Texas as well. Okay, Houston to be exact. All right, you better do your research. You better do your research, because you got a lot of men and women who are men who are not ready to come out of the closet yet. And most of the time, if you see them aggressive a lot of times towards women, that's probably the one. A lot of men who are hiding behind who they really are, sometimes most of the time be aggressive towards women because they can't come out and live the way they want to live and be who they want to be. But at the same time, they're sleeping with men and then coming back and being with you. So you got to watch that, because a lot of shit can be passed around. Okay. Nowadays, people are not telling you when they have things. We talked about the other day how this man gave his wife HIV. You guys remember that? We talked about it. He's since been sentenced. Okay. But the wife wound up passing away when she told him, hey, let's have a break. You know, he was already sleeping with other women, and she thought she was punishing him by saying, hey, we're going to have a separation or a break. He was still out there doing what he wanted to do, knew that he was infected, came back and infected her. So you got to be careful. Protect yourself. Get tested. Use protection. If you're out dating, use protection. You don't know what the other person is doing. Protect yourself. All right. So I played all that to tell you that. That shit that's crazy. That's crazy. Stop out here doing shit that you don't want to do in order to keep a person. That's another thing. Because you got women that do it. The men keep pressing you for a threesome. If that's something you're not into, don't do that shit in order to keep them. Maybe that's not the person that you need to be with. Because you're setting yourself up for heartbreak and for your ass to get cheated on, because that's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. But that's the end of our show, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I got to go. What time is it? I got to go. I got to go. All right. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to, of course, pop back in on you guys. So keep your notifications on for the pop-in, because I will be back. All right. So Belle Wilson, KBR Tyra, Scorpio Miss. Thank you so much, Rose Armstead and Truth TV Podcast. My mods, thank y'all for doing an awesome job. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much to Truth TV Podcast, Sunny Days. Thank you so much, Purple Unicorn. Thank you, Miss Hills, ATL, Boss Lady, Brand Girlfriend Chronicles, Love Seen Heard. Did I miss anybody? Just a T, please. I know she'd be here as well. Mods, please update me on the content creators that are in the chat so that we can acknowledge them before we go. All right, yes, child, watch these signs, because these people out here crazy, honey. I don't know nobody's laid up in the clinic, how child bumped up. I don't know nobody bumped up in the clinic. My caramel told me, I damn sure did. Right here on my show. All right, Purple Unicorn, I see you, love. Thanks for being here. Okay, y'all, please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, okay, so that you guys will be privy to all videos and information that we have here on the channel, all right? Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on over here to the Camera Rail Show and do the same. Love you guys down. If nothing else, let's go, all right?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still